college, NFL, XFL, Alliant American Football League.
Is that what that's called?
Yes.
Somebody asked me, hey, what's that new football league? And I'm like, I don't know. It's the American of Alliance, Pigskin People.
Yes.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, but it's an Ebersol venture.
Yeah. Dick Ebersol's son. Was it Charlie? I want to say like Charlie Ebersol.
And why not? Chuck Ebersol.
There you go.
It's going to be run on CBS.
But here's what they did that was smart. They jumped in front of the XFL. The XFL will kick off in 2020 once again. They're going to start next year, the week after the Super Bowl. So as soon as the NFL season ends, as soon as we have the Super Bowl, they start their season. They're off and running.
You know, and they're calling it, what they're doing correctly is they're calling it a developmental league, which means the NFL guys there's going to be a shot for these guys that are playing in this league to get a shot to play in the NFL the following year, which is pretty smart. And they're going to play I read about this today. They're going to play in cities that don't have teams, but are big football supporters. San Diego would be a great place. In fact, They were talking about San Diego being one of the teams. There's a lot of different spots. There's Central California. There's up in Sacramento.
Or Fresno. Fresno State's a big football town.
I mean, those kinds of towns will support this kind of football.
And it makes sense. I can't believe it's taken this long to have some sort of a developmental league, because football basically is the only sport where you would go to college and that's your breeding ground. That's where you go to get noticed, to develop, to get better, and then you go straight to the NFL. There's no AAA, there's no ECHL, American Hockey League.
No.
There wasn't even a D League. It was straight from college to the NFL. So I'm kind of surprised it's taken this long, but again, it takes money. Money makes the world go around. If you can't find a way to make this profitable, who's going to want to touch it?
Yeah, and that's a good point. That's the big thing, is the profit margin. If you're not making squat and you have 50 people showing up to a game,
like why are you doing it then?
Exactly.
Unless you have the backing, let's say like the D League, the G League. You know, you have an NBA team and they own the G League team. They're like, you know what? We're not concerned if you're making money or not, because you have our backing behind it. Now, if you're out on your own, you're like an independent team, and you're not bringing in money, why are you doing it? You're going to be losing money. It's not profitable. And any savvy business guy would be like, okay, this is not good.
And it sounds like the NFL is going to support this, unlike the USFL. You know, the early incarnation of the XFL was the USFL. They kind of went directly against the NFL.
Oh, yeah, they went rogue. If you were going to do something like this, you would want at least, even if there's not a direct connection with the NFL, at least have their blessing. Be like, hey, you know what? This is what we want to do. We want to funnel guys towards you. We want to complement what you're already doing. We're not trying to take your audience. We're not trying to take anything away from you. We're not trying to take your advertising dollars. We just wanted to, in addition to the NFL, here's this other little thing that we're going to do on the side to keep people excited about football. Who knows? It might even ramp up the interest for the NFL, because people are going to be talking and thinking about football 365.
Well, you know, if they don't have 26 teams, you have 10 teams across the nation. There's going to be guys that, there's going to be some names that are going to play. One comes to mind is maybe JT Barrett, the quarterback from Ohio State.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of those guys that could play in this system and maybe get the looks from the NFL teams, because he's going to get the reps. He's not going to be third on a depth chart and be a journeyman in the NFL. He's going to get the reps against good players. And they have the backing of CBS. They have the support, the verbal support of the NFL, because they're allowing them to be on CBS. NFL could say no, and they could be, on Facebook Live or on Twitter, but no, they're going to be on a major network. And I think that is because they're getting somewhat a verbal support from the NFL.
I think that's huge. I'm excited about it. We love football. If they do this right, I think this could be huge. Again, with the backing of the NFL, there's got to be some sort of money behind it, because if you're just out there independently by yourself, you're probably not going to make a lot of money on this.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to make a buttload of money of people coming through the gates. You're not going to get a lot for the TV rights. There's just not a lot of money to be made unless you've got someone behind you, helping finance that.
And if they do this correctly, you can have regional drafts. You could have, say, the Northwest could have, they have players draft from University of Washington State. You could go to the South. You could get, Texas, Louisiana.
That would be kind of fun.
Florida. You could go to the West. You could get the Arizonas, the USCs, UCLAs. That would be kind of cool, I would think. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there.
Consider this. That's a great point you just brought up, Jeff, because it got me thinking. What if they treated it like high school? Take out the transfers.
Yes.
All right, take out transfers. But let's say you live by Riverside Poly High School. That's where you play your high school football because you live down the street, right?
Yes.
So think about it. You go to Washington State, you go to Washington, you play for the, Portland team. You go to USC or UCLA, you didn't get drafted, you're going to go play for the San Diego team.
Yes.
You play for the team that's in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, and they draft.
Wouldn't that be kind of fun? I mean,
I think they should put us on the payroll.
Let's do it.
A regional drafts, but I do think, though, like San Diego, Portland's another one of those cities that I think would support football. You think they've supported an MLS team, and they go crazy.
What about St. Louis?
St. Louis,
they lost their team. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's a lot of places though that would support football. Like you said, you have a Northwest, a Western team. I don't think you have them in LA because you have two teams, but San Diego is one of those places which I think would thrive. You get a lot of. I mean, there's so many college teams out west. You go out, you go to the Texas area, you go to the Florida region, you go to the East, the Northeast, the Northwest, and you go right in the smack dab, right in the middle of
Middle America.
US, Middle America, and there's your teams. Hey, look at us.
I think you're onto something.
I don't know. Maybe they should hire me. I'm ready.
A show about nothing?
A show?
I think you're onto something.
I'm like Jerry. But no, I think that we could talk football forever, and I think that this is a positive step to have a minor league system in play.
I think you're right. Here's your Inland Sports headlines. USC Pro Day, as we're talking more football. We're going to have a live report from USC later in the show from World Famous. Basketball, the Lakers taking on the Pelicans at 5 o'clock. The Clippers taking on the Bucks. You're going to see Tony Snell. Tony Snell's going to shut down the Clippers. You feel me?
I thought you liked the Clippers.
No, you like the Clippers.
No,
Is that your
I don't
third
like
team?
No, that's not my third team.
No,
I will
not?
never be a Clipper fan.
No.
I have never liked the Clipper ships, ever.
The
Never
Wizards are taking on the Spurs. Kawhi Leonard out again. Not a big shocker there. We're going to hear from Manu Ginobili later in the show. Manu Ginobili, basically, they're not happy with Kawhi. Any way you slice it, they're not happy with him.
They're not happy, and yet they're still willing to give him that $220 million max contract after sitting out this year, collecting $17, $18 million, whatever it is, this year alone. Little disheartening, I think, and it's starting to show on the faces and minds of the San Antonio Spurs.
We're going to hear from Manu Ginobili later in the show. We're going to hear from USC quarterback Sam Darnold as well, as he's coming off Pro Day and look really, really good in the rain. And right around the corner, we're going to have CBU head men's golf coach T.L. Brown. Big win yesterday at the Joust out there at Goose Creek. So we're going to have him as well. It's all brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled. Quick quality oil change. You'll be spoiled by great customer service and low prices. If you're out there driving in the rain, you're like, oh, I need new wiper blades. Hey, pull in the Spoiled, man. They'll hook it up so fast you'll be back out on the road feeling good, loving your life, saying, bring on the rain. I don't even care.
I love the rain. I'm dancing. I was dancing as I came in today.
Were you?
I feel pretty good today.
Yeah, you look pretty good. You look a lot better.
Oh, yeah, I feel a lot better. I was damn near dead yesterday.
Oh, you almost died.
Yep.
Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire, bringing you all of your sporting gear needs. They might even have umbrellas. Or at least ponchos. You wear ponchos at Disneyland?
I have worn a poncho. I have, yes, on occasion. But, I like to kind of, in the rain, I'm all for it.
You don't mind it?
No, it doesn't bug me.
Because, usually the rain coming down, whether you're at a baseball game here in the IE or at Disneyland, you get the rain coming down, all the ponchos and the umbrellas come out.
Yeah, but I don't like the big water rides in the winter because I don't want to walk around with soaky underwear.
No, yeah.
Horrible. But yeah, maybe they do have some.
You don't want a soggy bottom.
No.
Right?
No.
Right? Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the IE. All your sporting gear needs and Letterman's jackets. We love you, Ken Sporting Goods, because you're the best. The best, I tell you. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. There's only one Ray Bass. You got to ask for him by name. He's at Boost Performance Training. Make sure you follow them on Twitter and Instagram. Stay up to date with all the cool things they're doing over there, including their strength and speed classes. And that first one is always free, but you got to mention Jeff Gorham at the door.
Yep.
And Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road, where you can buy, trade, and finance at Catalano Motors off Temescal Canyon Road in Corona. CatalanoCars.com is the website. Check them out. Then head off to Corona off Temescal Canyon Road. See what they got. See if there's a sweet new ride in your life. And they'll make that car shopping experience so easy. No pressure. All right, we're going to take an early quick break in the show. Usually we'll let Jeff and I just ramble on. But not today. We got business. We got too much to talk about today.
Oh, we're rambling.
Coming up, right around the corner, the head golf coach at CBU, TL Brown. Breaking it down. Big win at the Joust.
TL, what does that stand for?
TL. It stands for...
Is that his name? That's his first name is TL?
It stands for Turkey Lovin' Brown.
Theodore Lawrence.
Theodore Lawrence.
I'm going to ask him because I want to know what TL Brown stands for.
Thor Lovely Brown.
Thor Lovely. That's a pretty good name there.
We can keep going.
We'll have to find out.
We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
We focus on the customer here.
Inland Empire sports fans turn to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE.
Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in.
Your shot at
getting it done and driving out.
$1,000 now. Text the keyword money to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message
We
rates
just read them,
apply.
get them
That's
going, and
money
they're
to
done in about 10 minutes.
200-200. The Mark and Rich Show.
Hey, Rich, it's from the 808. Your look ahead this morning on Hardwick and Richards. Judd says he hated when you said NC2A instead of NCAA. This is exact. So Judd is an example of golf right now. Golf, I'm Mr. Fun Time, having a great time all the time, right? Judd is golf. He's like, but not too much fun, okay? It's NCAA.
Coming up tomorrow at noon on the all-new Fox Sports IE 1350.
For over 25 years, Paul Blanco has been helping people with challenged credit get the vehicle they want regardless of credit.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
For a second time. So, get ready for stars like Zendaya, Channing Tatum, Kristen Bell.
We're
Roy
small,
Hernandez,
family-owned, strive for
and
quality
Yara
pre-owned
Shahidi,
vehicles.
and
We're
a
not a
canvas
volume dealer,
performance
and
of
we
Lemon
take
by
every
NERD.
deal is personal to us.
And get ready for a look at some epic movies, Avengers Infinity War, and Smallfoot. It's all going down at the Kids' Choice Awards, live Saturday
We're
at
a
8, 7
low-stress
Central
environment.
on
We're not a pressure
Nickelodeon.
sales
This
house.
report is brought
If
to you
you
by
want to shop
Positive
us, you're more
Coaching
than welcome to
Alliance.
shop us.
Got
We
issues
have,
with youth or
like
high
I
school
said,
sports?
great rates,
Positive
competitive
Coaching Alliance
financing,
can help.
a lot of
PCA,
one-owner,
a national
clean
nonprofit,
Carfax, clean
offers
title
more than
vehicles.
1,000 free
As you
online
see, we have
resources for youth
Carfax
and high school
everywhere. That's
sports
most
coaches,
important to us to
parents,
educate our
students,
customers
and
before they make a
administrators.
purchase.
Visit PCADevZone.org.
The Inland Empire's home for all things IE just got even better. Introducing the award-winning
We're right
Inland
off of
Sports Show
Ontario,
with
right
Pep
off a couple
Hernandez
exits
and
off the
Jeff
15
Gora.
freeway off the Helco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the
Fox
crossing.
Sports IE 1350.
Flooded vehicles from recent hurricanes will soon be flooding the used car market, so it's buyer beware.
We have great
Flooded vehicles are supposed
financing.
to
We
be
have great
dismantled for
lenders that we're
usable parts
using.
or
We do
crushed
buy,
for
sell,
scrap.
trade, cash
On a
for
flood
your
title
car,
issued to
whatever
that
we need to
damaged
do to help
car.
accommodate the
If some
customer. That's what we're here
unscrupulous
for.
dealers will buy a flooded vehicle, clean it up, and get it retitled with no indication it was flooded. or uninsured cars will be cleaned up by the owner.
We have a little
sold
bit of
online.
everything. We start at
Also,
about
with no warning to the
$69.95
buyer.
and go all the
If
way up to
price seems too good to be
$100,000. We
true,
have
there's a good
Escalades, we have
chance you're
commuters,
buying a
we have
limit.
pickup trucks,
Make
we
sure
have
to
Jeeps,
check for flood damage
sport
and have a
utilities, and if we
qualified
don't have
mechanic
it, our
inspect it
specialty is
before
finding
you
you
write a
exactly what
check.
you're looking for.
Free VIN check service from the National Insurance Crime Bureau is a good place to start to see if a car has been in a flood.
Building futures. To learn more, visit pva.org. A public service message from Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Sherry, can you do this? Rolling with the homie. Rolling with the homie. Yeah, let's do it. You ready?
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. We're going to golf it up right now.
Golf?
Yeah, the CBU men's golf team, huge win on their home track out here in Harupa Valley.
They were at Goose Creek.
Goose Creek, they were.
They was at the joust. Were they jousting
The
goose?
joust. No, real
Geese?
golf clubs.
Oh, okay. So they were playing real golf.
They were. Let's go inside the Lancers, presented by Magnolia Heating and Cooling with the head coach of your Lancers, T.L. Brown. Coach Brown, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing great today, Pep. How are you?
Oh, man, we're doing great. Hey, Jeff and I over here, we were trying to guess what TL stands for.
He said
I thought the T stood for Thor, but I wasn't sure. Am I wrong?
Travis Lee.
Travis Lee.
Oh, we were close.
Yeah, that's. You know what? But just for the sake, we're gonna always call you Thor.
Thor.
Okay, yeah, right.
Well, Coach Brown, big win yesterday. You guys held off Chico State. You coached at Chico State, didn't you? What was that like beating the Wildcats?
Well, a lot of those guys are still the guys I recruited to come into Chico, so it was nice to see my players do well at Cal Baptist, but also nice to see Chico State play well, but it was great to beat them.
What were the
Not joking, it was good to beat them.
Yeah, it probably was, right? And they were, eight strokes behind you guys, right? You were 10 over par, and they were plus 18?
That's correct, yep.
What were the conditions out there like Goose Creek? Because I look out the window right now, it's raining. So you guys beat the storm. You got that tournament in before the storm hit. But what were like the conditions like the last couple of days?
Yeah, it rained a little bit, a couple 3 or 4 days before, and I was going to play wet. So I really put the pins in some really difficult spots. And then the wind kind of kicked up, and it was blue skies, but it really dried the golf course out. So the conditions were really fast and firm.
So as the host school and as the head coach, you get to do the pin placement, and do you change it round by round?
Yes, we do. We play 36 holes on Monday and then 18 on Tuesday. So once we finish that 36-hole day, long day Monday, we switch the pins, and so they have different flags to hit at on day 2. And I made them very difficult, and I know that the preparation we had leading up to it, hitting at those pins was extremely important.
Do your own golfers come up to you and say, Coach Brown, Coach Thor, What are you doing to us? Those pins, I mean, do they ever come up to you and say, "Man, that was a really tough hole"?
Yeah, and you know what? They did, and they were, they're like, "Well, what are you doing to us? This is too tough." I said, "Well, all these kids tell me they're going to be on the PGA Tour someday. Let's see how smart they are." And you gotta hit away from those pins. Sometimes you don't attack a pin. You gotta hit to the different part of the green, and then get out of there with a 2-putt. Play smart golf.
You're just getting them ready for a pro career, hopefully, out of Cal Baptist, right?
You never know. You just never know. There's so many kids that say they're going to do it, and you never want to tell somebody they can't make it. It's very difficult out there to make it as a professional athlete.
We're talking with the CBU head golf coach for the men's team, T.L. Brown, as we go inside the Lancers, presented by Magnolia Heating and Cooling. Coach, you've got some great golfers on your team, but the guys who finished highest at the Joust, Ben Hallam, second overall individually, Greg Gonzalez, a guy out of Riverside Poly, he was third. What made Ben and Greg so effective over the course of the tournament here at the Joust?
Well, I think well, starting with Ben. Ben's had a very consistent year. He had great preparation coming into this event. He's been in position a few times this year to win, and he's trying to figure it out. So I think the first step for him is to get in position. And being that he was leading the tournament, he was in a great position. He doubled a hole coming down the stretch, and went double bogey, and that cost him the tournament and let Colin Prater slip by him. And Colin Prater's a great player out of Colorado Springs, a 3-time All-American. So I'm just really proud of Ben, again, being in position to win. I know his win will be coming soon. Greg is a senior for us. He's played Goose Creek a lot. He really wanted to win in his final time in his hometown, and I think he was very disappointed. He had command of his driver the first day, but on the final round, he was having to scramble to make par a lot of the times with the tough pins, but he'll get back there. He'll get back in position to win. I think he'll get another win under his belt before it's all said and done, but just a great performance by those two guys.
Coach, now is your mindset changed as far as are you guys making the transition to the Division I level as well? And if so,
yes.
Does your mindset change as far as recruitment, or are you going to go out and kind of recruit the same players in the same area? Because Riverside's really a hotbed of golfers because you're surrounded by courses out in the desert.
Or the Southwestern League too, like Temecula, Murrieta, Riverside, all those guys.
Now, does your mindset change as recruiting changes to go Division I, or are you going to recruit the same kind of kids?
Well, the thing that's important is that the young kids want to play in the they want to play in the top Division I tournaments, and we want to be successful at Cal Baptist. We don't have any postseason for the next 4 years in this transition that starts July 1st. So for us, I'm still going to go after the best kids that we can get that fit with CBU spiritually, academically, and athletically. And I want the best players that we can get, not only from the Riverside, Southern California area, but also to go after those kids across the nation and even the world. We've got 3 kids from England on the team right now and 2 from the Philippines. So golf is all over the world, but I do think that the transition, it's going to be tough, but we're going to find the players that really fit with CBU.
Yeah, the women's program has several players from out of the country, and
there was a connection to was it the Philippines? I believe Coach was telling us, Coach Machado. Yeah,
big time. Yes.
Now the entire athletic program is peppered with international players, from all levels, all different sports. How do you get players from out of the country? Is it through just word of mouth, through
because golf's
connections?
a global game too. Like everyone, around the world, everyone plays golf.
Yeah, it really is. Everybody plays golf, and everybody wants to come to the. Those that aren't quite ready yet to turn pro and want to turn pro, they'd like to come get that education and play college athletics with in the NCAA and in the U.S. And there's a lot of countries that don't have college and athletics together. But I would say that you're going to see a lot more kids from South America because of the Olympics, and they had golf back in the Olympics, and I've seen a lot of emails, a lot of interest from kids from Central America, and it's just been a boom down there since the Olympics.
Hey, Coach, speaking of just the interest of golf and people all over the globe playing this great sport, Tiger Woods is back, and he's good again, and that's really piqued a lot of interest and popularity. All I have to do is look at the TV ratings or go on Twitter, and Tiger Woods is trending. That's good for the game, isn't it?
Oh, Tiger Woods coming back is so good for the game. I mean, golf has been down a little bit, and I'm so glad to see Tiger on the mend, getting his mental game back, getting that golf swing figured out after those back surgeries, and just it is awesome to see Tiger Woods back in the game. It's bringing new people into the game, and even the younger guys are rooting for him, and it's nice to see kind of the switch flipped a little bit, and to have him come back to the game. It's really going to grow us and help us. The TV ratings are very important.
Well, Coach, your performance at the Joust, how is that going to help this team going forward as you guys get a little bit closer to postseason play? Of course, being your final season in Division II, this is kind of the staple question for all the CBU teams is, you guys want to go out on top. You want to do something great in your final season in Division II. So how did your performance at the Joust and winning that tournament kind of help you guys propel you going forward now as you get closer to postseason?
Yeah, our goals at the beginning of the year, is to go out in Division II on top, and we really had some high expectations. We lost a couple players, and we had some injuries, and we really haven't meshed yet this year. And our region ranking was 8, and only 10 get invited to the postseason. And we had to beat some teams this week. So our goal was to go out there and do our best and get some head-to-head wins, which we did. And so this is really going to help our region ranking, and it's given us the confidence to work harder and stay motivated that maybe something great can happen. And as we all know, it's best to play your best in the end when the postseason arrives. So that's what we're trying to do, is continue to get better day by day and play our best golf at the end.
So you guys were able to beat some teams at the Joust that are directly ahead of you right now in the rankings?
Yes, in the region rankings and national rankings, yes.
So that who were those schools? Chico State, I'm going to assume, is one of them, right?
Well, there was, there's like Holy Names in the Pac West. There was Chico State. I think University of Simon Fraser in British Columbia. They were ahead of us. We didn't get to see Cal State, Monterey Bay. They're ahead of us. And there was Sonoma State. We got a win against them. They've had a couple wins this year. So, it was a great win. We celebrated yesterday. We got to get ready. We're heading out Saturday for the D2 National Preview on the Robert Trenton Jones Trail, the Fighting Joe, out in Muscle Shoals, Alabama. Teams from across the nation. So we head out on Saturday for that.
That's very cool. Coach, quick, a lot of people don't know that golf really in college is a year-round sport. You have the fall league, I guess you'd say, and then you have the spring league. Who on your team has really surprised you from that fall league to right now that's really made that big jump for your program?
Well, I'd say that, it was great to see Greg finally play like Greg this week. I'm hoping that we can keep him moving in the right direction. Why we won this week is because the players, all 5 of them kind of contributed to the team win. In the fall, it really was Ryan Monsalve, who's a freshman, Ben Hallam, and Greg Gonzalez from Riverside. Those 3 young men have really been the heart and soul of the golf team. We're starting to kind of get a little bit better play out of our new player, Matt Harris from Wales, Dan Heron from Cheshire, England, Jack Solis from Palm Desert, and as well as Dan Heron. I don't know if I mentioned him. Yeah, he's also from Cheshire as well. But those guys have been fighting for the 4-5 a lot. We still haven't figured out our 5, who our lineup's going to be, but it should be quite interesting and quite a battle coming down the spring stretch.
Hey, Coach, and finally, your schedule for next season. I'm sure you've been, putting that together and kind of lining up tournaments. I don't know if you're even at liberty to say who you're going to, go up against or what tournaments you guys are going to be going to for Cal Baptist, but you got some good ones for next year in terms of that Division I competition.
Yep, we're gonna kind of go in slow. We're gonna have some big events, one big event in the fall, and a couple big events, and a lot of mid-major programs, and then we'll end it all in the WAC conference. We haven't figured out where the WAC championship's going to be, but the program, I know everybody at Cal Baptist is so excited about the move to Division I, and I know all the teams are playing extremely well. The Elite 8 with that basketball team loss was sad, but what a great year for our men's basketball team, and the soccer team in the fall. I mean, there's just been some great performances, wrestling, swimming. I mean, it's just been a great year for Cal Baptist.
Well, Coach, we appreciate the time. Congratulations. Big win at the Lancer Joust out there at Goose Creek. And hopefully we can do this again soon if you guys keep going deep into the postseason.
One day at a time. I definitely appreciate talking about golf, Pep.
Hey, swing that hammer, Thor, and get some victories.
That's right.
Hey, go Lancers. Go Lancers.
That is T.L. Brown, the head golf coach at CBU, as we go inside the Lancers, presented by Magnolia Heating and Cooling. Thank you, Coach Brown. Safe travels out there to was it Alabama, right?
Alabama.
I love Alabama. Great band.
Thank you, Coach. All right, that's T.L. Brown. Good dude.
Solid dude.
Real solid dude.
Hey, he was talking, man. I'm telling you, I knew my golf there for a minute. I am on my game today, Pat.
Are you? Because yesterday you were a little off.
I was really off because my heart was beating like a hummingbird. It was, like a small rabbit. Yeah, I'm on this crazy diet, and this diet, I'm eating like salads and protein packs.
You felt all weird, and I said, Jeff, what did you eat yesterday? And you're like, I ate a little salad and a lot of coffee. And I'm like, I don't know, man. That doesn't sound like a good combo.
No, and
secretary lunch.
Yeah.
I think you roofied me, though. If you notice, I didn't come in today with coffee.
No, I didn't bring one either.
Because you roofied me. You tried to kill me.
I went to a local coffee shop, and the girl asked what we did. And I'm like, oh, we're big time radio stars.
Oh, yes.
And she's like, oh, really? And she spun around. Hey, Kono was a barista.
He was.
Kono, can you get on the mic real quick? Kono's in the house. He actually was a barista.
He was.
A real one. So, hold on. I just want to see what he would do. So, if I walked in to your establishment,
right,
and you're like, hey, what can I get you? And I'm like, a couple iced coffees, da-da-da. And you're like, hey, what are you up to today? And I'm like, I'm a big radio star. I need some coffee to do the show. Would you call me a jerk? Would you turn around and be like, I'm going to give this guy extra shots?
No. Maybe I'll draw like a radio on your cup.
Oh!
And a star behind it.
Yeah!
My radio star. Maybe I'll call you, instead of Pep, I would say, is the radio star here?
Oh, like when you call out the drink.
Yeah, is this iced coffee for the radio star?
Hey, there's a real big celebrity here. Can they come pick up their coffee? Yeah. It's ready.
Hey, is your picture on the wall over there? Oh, it's not. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, but hey, did you ever have you ever heard of guys almost dying from drinking too much caffeine?
Yes. When the Starbucks double shot got made, it's like a side drink. It's like an Americano with an extra shot.
I don't even know what that is.
But they had to stop. I think they had to stop selling it as the Starbucks double shot because so many people were hospitalized. That's what we were told.
Yeah, was anybody ever hospitalized in the store while they were drinking? Like, I'm going down.
No,
I'm going down. But Kono, you probably saw some characters that would camp out all day, right? And just like drink coffee and get a refill or
all day long.
Hi, Kona. How you doing? hey, can I have some more coffee? Hey, sir, is there a fresh brew? Is it really fresh?
It was usually a guy who looked like he was trying to write a book or like a novel, but you could kind of tell he didn't have a job. You know? So
I got a question. Right. I got a question. Have you ever had to cut somebody off from drinking too much coffee on one visit?
You're done, dude.
No.
You're done.
I have to say no.
Hey, I have these corduroy patches on my elbows because I'm telling you, man, I'm rubbing all over the place. I can't drink anymore. Hey, is that freshly brewed? Can I have some more, please? That's how I felt yesterday. It was.
Oh, you were messed up.
Oh, and then I'm driving home, and I was.
But really, it was just one coffee. I think it's because you didn't have any food in you.
No,
you had a salad. I don't consider that real food.
Your new alias is Caffeine Spano.
Caffeine Spano. Yeah, I'm telling you though. And then I drank. I did get an extra shot because I do have a crush on the barista that I drive through in the morning.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, she sure. Hey, Smedberg's listen. She knows. She's seen the crush. The lady, the girl, the barista. She has a crush on me too.
Yeah.
She has a crush on me too.
She has a crush on you too.
Oh yeah, she does. She does. But she saw me with the family the other day, and I went, ooh,
bummer.
She was like, oh,
in your minivan.
She's like,
and family.
Where are you guys going? Oh, we're going to Disney. Oh, you're going to Disneyland. And I was thinking, hey man, this is really kind of ruining my mojo in my minivan. But yeah, I got an extra shot from her yesterday. And sometimes there's this big dude, and he sounds just like she does.
What?
Yeah, when they go, hello, welcome.
What can I help you with?
No.
Is that what she sounds like?
No, this guy, he's about 6'8", like my size, probably a little bigger than me, but he's got a really high voice, and he sounds a lot like my favorite barista.
Really?
He says, hello, what can I get you? And I'm like, I would like my drink.
You almost sound like a Mickey Mouse from Wisconsin.
Well, this guy sounds like that. And so does.
What can I get you?
So does my.
What are y'all about?
Oh, what you about? No, he says. So I'm like, I pull up to the window and it's him. I'm like, oh, this isn't good. This isn't my crush.
Well, I'm kind of nervous that your barista crush and a guy sound like the same person.
Oh no, he's got a very, very beautiful voice.
Oh,
it just sounds like a girl.
Just a little nervous.
Very girly. But he's always.
You know what? That would be funny. Maybe you could get her to call in one of these days.
I know. I'm too scared. You know what? It's like a giddy crush. Smedberg did say though that we could have a second wife, or could be like a sister wife.
But she's got to clean and cook.
She's got to clean and cook, and I'm good with that. I just, I don't want any more kids. I just want somebody to kind of babysit our kids so Smedberg and I can go out on dates.
The next time we get coffee.
No,
that's too easy.
That's easy, man. I want to have a TV show.
Hey, the next time we get coffee, I'm gonna say I'm gonna have your name on the cup's gonna be Big Radio Star.
Big Radio.
Hey, Big Radio Star here. Big Radio Star. Your coffee's ready.
We were somewhere and I said, oh, we met a Carla.
Huh?
Remember I kind of flirted with the barista?
That was in Sacktown.
Yeah, it was right next to the cigarette and vacuum store.
Remember that time we were at the movies? Oh, we were seeing Star Wars.
Yes.
And the kid interviewed you in the studio for Instagram or whatever that was.
I was right in the theater.
I was like, dude, you know who this is?
Oh, yeah.
This is Jeff Gorham. Big Jeezy.
Uh-oh, Smedberg's listening.
Uh-oh, let's take a break. You can find out what's going. She's not happy.
Oh, no, she's happy.
No, it's
sister wife. She's happy.
No, she's mad. We'll be right back. We're going to talk NBA. What is up with Kawhi Leonard? We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Do you know who I am?
No, I can't say that I do.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Really?
People know me.
Well, I'm very happy for you.
Inland Empire sports fans turn to the
focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. Just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. Come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
How you guys doing? Ray Baz here again at Corona High with the Corona High football program with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's boost training tip, it's all about top end speed, getting our knees up. We're talking about the A-run. Come see what it's all about. Okay, so we're working on right now, you can call it top end speed, absolute speed, max speed. Really all that means is that we're opening up our stride, getting our knees up. And one of the things we like to emphasize here is that cyclical action with the legs. So with the A-run, all we're doing is pulling our heel to our butt, stepping over and around the opposite knee, and it's all about turnover. We want to get as many reps as we can. So Jake's going to go ahead, he's going to jog to the hash, and then he's going to hit a nice and quick A-run all the way to the opposite hash. Here we go, ready? And go. Jog, 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 hit. Heel to the butt, toes up, over and around, over and around, over and around, over and around. Nice, very nice, very nice. So you want to get as many reps as you can here. You always want to have your ankle locked, toes pointing to the top of your shoe. A great drill to emphasize is getting your knees up, getting that cyclical action, the A-run. If you're not doing it, you better be doing it, and we do it right here at Boost.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Go make yourself a quesadilla. I love Napoleon Dynamite. Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. Jeff, you're looking good today, man. You look really good.
I feel good. I'm telling you, man, I'm on my mental peakness right now. I don't know if it's that time of the month, but it's just,
I'm gonna call this guy Chuck Worley.
Chuck Woolry? Yeah, from
Love Connection over here.
Love Connection.
He's
trying to set Holla up.
Oh, there she is. She's my friend on Facebook.
She is?
Yeah, she's very cute. Foxy Roxy, I'm going to hook her up.
We could have a show just based on the commercial breaks here. So you guys are all listening to the commercials. And we're having some really juicy, tug at the heartstrings kind of talks in here. And Jeff is trying to set up Holla with a lady he knows.
Yeah, Foxy Roxy. Yeah, she's somebody I work with. And
you going to show us, or are you just going to keep it all to yourself?
I'll show you on the commercial. We can talk. Yeah, she's cute, though. I got her set up. I'm going to have her be a friend with Greggy. Greg Holla.
Holla!
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, just hook up. Just, when you defriend her, I'll tell her that you're going to friend her, and then you guys will be like going out tomorrow night. We have a short show.
Oh, that's right. We're only on from 3 to 4. Great programming, Jeff. Yeah. Man, you are on your game.
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. I'm telling you, man, I could talk about anything right now.
You are on fire today.
I'm telling you, I could almost do math, higher level
math. When you're good, you're good. When it's bad, it's bad. But when you're good, you're good. Jeff is on fire.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, let's talk some NBA. So Kawhi Leonard, he was ruled out tonight against Washington. Not a huge shock there. He hasn't played in a while, still dealing with that quad injury. But, Jeff, when I walked in, you added something to it. You're like, oh, did you hear Manu Ginobili? Obi-Wan Ginobili's talking about this. Again.
Ginobili. He's balder than I am.
He looks like a friar. Like he built San Juan Capistrano.
Manu Ginobili.
But, you know, but everyone, they're not happy with the situation. I'm not going to say they're not happy with Kawhi. They're not happy with the situation because it looks like he's good to go, and he's not good to go. And even if he was good to go, we wouldn't know because Kawhi's going to decide if he's good to go. Does that all make sense?
It doesn't make sense at all.
I know.
It seems like when you're running a we're talking billion-dollar company, you would know what the heck's going on with your best employee, your superstar salesman of the century, and you don't know what's going on because he won't talk to you.
Yeah, and you know what? Some of the guys are now saying, you know, it's hard to say what's going on with Kawhi because he's never around the team. We have practice, he's not here. We have meetings, he's not here. He's not around the team, which, you know, we're here in Southern California. We don't know that. We're not inside the Spurs locker room. We're not at their practices every day. But now guys like Manu Ginobili, who's been a staple of the franchise for so long, when you've got guys like that coming out and saying, we don't know how he is because he's not around here. He doesn't talk to us.
And you still have Pop saying, hey, I don't know when he's coming back. It's up to his guys.
ESPN is reporting that they had their annual team picture. So he popped into the Spurs facility today, did the team picture, and then he bounced. He didn't stay around for their practice. He wasn't around the team. So that concerns me a little bit because I'm a team first kind of guy, of course, right? But to just do that, to just bounce on your team, like, who knows? Maybe he had physical therapy or, you know, who knows? Maybe he had a meeting with the general manager. I don't know what else. But if you're just like, I'm just, you know, I'm not playing, so I'm just going to bounce.
But they're on their longest road game or home game stretch of the entire season, and he's not been around. And let's hear Ginobili.
Manu Obi-Wan Ginobili.
Manu Ginobili.
Talking about the Spurs situation and where in the world is Kawhi Leonard?
Ginobili.
Yeah, I mean, he's out there. He's with us, but you know, it's hard when you don't practice with the team. The bulk of the camaraderie and is pre-game, post-game, and half-times when you're going through adversity or some trouble, and he's not with us most of the time, so it's hard. And I've been in that situation. Well, never for so long, but for a month and a half, and it's hard. Sometimes you feel like an alien to the core group, and you gotta fight through it. You gotta make an effort to still be around and be part of the everyday topics and the good things and the bad things. So you gotta make an effort.
Do you think like in the past when you've been in that role, like do you try to make that effort to stay up on everything that's going on?
Yeah, try to stay involved, try to talk to the guys, to different groups, and stay a little bit later after practice to see what's going on in the locker room. So yeah, it doesn't come as natural as when you are playing and when you struggled or when Pop shows a video or when he yells at you. But because even in those situations, you know, you support each other. So it's hard when he's barely being with us in the whole.
So, oh man,
Ginobili.
But you didn't hear what he said? He's like, you've got to put forth the effort. If you're not around the team, if you're not here on, at practices, if you're not here for the shoot around. He even said he's gone through injuries. He's been through situations where
he's been there.
He had to make the effort, so he still felt like he was part of the team. So without saying it, he was saying it like, Kawhi's not even making an effort.
No.
We like Kawhi Leonard. Jeff, you love Kawhi Leonard.
I do. I mean,
who's giving? I wonder who's in his little circle because I want him to put forth the effort. The Spurs want him back. And he's come out and said he wants to be with the Spurs, but you got to make an effort.
Yeah, I mean,
at least for your teammates.
I've had players, and I've coached at all levels, and I've had players that have been injured, but I always made it a requirement that, even if you're sick, you show up to practice, you lay in a blanket or a sleeping bag in the corner, and you're there. No matter what, you're there to be part of the team. And I think even more so when you're making millions and millions of dollars, that you need to be there. This is your job. You get paid to play professional basketball. You are paid like an actor. Actors, all they have to do is show up on set and act. You got to do your job. And part of your job of making $17+ million is to show up and support your guys because they're paying you more than the. Hey, if I didn't show up to work during my day job, I'm just going to say, heck with it. I'm not going to see the kids. I don't care. You'd be fired. It's the same situation. I think that is worked over. I think Ginobili has said that because that's kind of how he feels.
Yeah.
He's retiring this year. He doesn't give a rat's butt about Kawhi.
So if Kawhi really is still hurt, and he might be, we don't know, though. There's only one person on this planet that knows if he's really hurt, he's still in his quad, and that's Kawhi Leonard. Until he clears himself or his doctors clear him to come back to the team, okay, you can't practice. Okay, I get that. Or maybe you can at least shoot. Or maybe at least just sit on the bench while you guys go through shoot around. Whatever. Just show that you still care about these guys.
Support.
Yes.
And you're collecting a paycheck as an absent. It's like being an absent guy. I'm absent, but I'm still collecting $17 million.
I just read a story about a guy who had gotten a salary for the last 6 years, and nobody knew that he was gone from that job until he won an award.
What?
I saw that. It's a true story.
One more time. I think everybody might be confused here.
There's a guy.
He was working.
For the past 6 years, he was not showing up for work. For 6 years.
He didn't show up.
He did not show up, but he was still collecting his salary. And nobody knew that he was not showing up for work until he won an award. They gave him an award for all the great work he did. And they're like, wait, where's Jeff? He's not even here. And they found out.
For 6 years.
6 years. I'm going to Google it in the break. I'm going to find that.
Give that guy an award.
He got an award. He does great work.
And collected money for 6 years. Did he have to give it back?
I don't know.
Did he quit or just stop
I got a feeling
up?
he's probably a government employee. I got a feeling.
Wow.
You know?
He's Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
He's a Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard's been practicing with the Lakers for the last 2.5 months. No one knew it. Because that's where he's going to end up.
Lakers?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Maybe pop up at San Diego State.
He popped up at King High School in the middle of the season to do a clinic. I mean, he was there with Hudson, the assistant coach at San Diego State. They ran a clinic on a weekend. So, yeah, he's been around.
Hey, one other quick NBA note before we wrap this thing up. Trae Young, the big-time shooting guard for Oklahoma. Is he a shooting guard? He's a shooting guard, right?
He's point guard.
But he likes to shoot.
He's Steph Curry in the minor leagues right now.
He declared for the NBA draft. Is he the next Steph Curry, though?
No. Steph Curry's a whole different animal, but he is where the NBA is going. He's going to be a very successful NBA guard. There's a lot of teams that he would flourish
because he's a little guy, right?
He's a little guy,
yeah,
but can shoot from he shoots from 30 feet out, 28 feet out.
Yeah, I watched their first round game in March Madness against Rhode Island, and he was kind of cold, but when he's hot, like you, when you're on, you're on.
Hey, and he's
like Jeff.
And if you got to keep shooting, his third college game of his career, he had 39 points.
Will he be number one in the NBA draft?
No, he'll be
He's too little.
He'll be a late lottery pick.
Aiton, from Arizona, who just declared for the draft.
He will be number one, possibly the big fellow from Duke. Who's really...
Marvin Bagley.
Marvin Bagley Jr. is only supposed to be a senior in high school. Think about that.
He's already that good.
He graduated as a junior and was dominant in the ACC and has been dominant throughout this entire playoffs. It's a good draft, but he's still going to be a late lottery pick and possibly right after the lotto.
Really?
Yes.
Like mid-first round?
Mid-first round.
All right. From the NBA draft to the NFL draft, we will talk about USC Pro Day when we come back. It's the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
I got good news.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, how we work with our athletes and what we know. can take an athlete and help them reach their athletic potential, help them, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, in terms of speed, power, strength, agility.
Forum.
Welcome back. It's the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. We're brought to you by Spoil, quick quality oil change, Kin Sporting Goods, Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass, and Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. Jeff, we got the NFL draft coming up in April. Got all the pro days going down. I was looking at the top 10 picks in the NFL draft coming up. Browns are number 1. In fact, Browns have 2 of the top 4. They also choose at number 4.
Darnold.
It's got to be, right?
Has to be.
It's got to be.
That's the only person they're going to draft.
Browns at 1, Giants at 2, Jets at 3, Browns at 4 again, then followed by the Broncos, the Colts, the Bucks, the Bears, the 49ers, and the Raiders. So here's the deal. So Josh Rosen has worked out for the Giants and the Browns, like private workouts.
Browns.
Like a private little cabana workout, like no one else is around.
Yes.
But the Browns pick at number 4. I'm just wondering if the Browns pass on Rosen at 1.
Rosen.
Well, they wouldn't take 2 quarterbacks, would they?
No, gosh, no.
Wouldn't that would be a real Brown move, though? Think about that. What if they took Rosen and Darnold at 1 and 4, and they said, hey, let the best man win?
That'd be a waste of a draft.
I know, but think about it. They went nuts in the free agent market. They need help all over the place. They're a bad, bad team. But they went out and they got a lot of free agents. But and they got a lot of room in the salary cap. Remember, they hardly spent any money last year. And It's evident they stink. Wouldn't that be fun? I know it's not going to happen. This is a long, long shot. But wouldn't that be kind of funny if they got Darnold and Rosen at 1 and 4, and they said, all right, guys, quarterback competition. Let the best man win. You know how much publicity they would get out of that?
Yeah, but they would still go over.
They probably would.
Yeah, but hey, what do you think? I think the Jets, though, are still going to make their way to get that first. I think they're going to work. Look how far they moved up. I bet you they have a shot.
But even at number 3,
they
think
gave
about
up a lot. They gave up a lot, though, to get to 3.
It sounds like quarterbacks are going to be the top picks. So even if Darnold, Rosen, Josh Allen, right?
Hey, what about Baker Mayfield?
Baker Mayfield. Someone's going to be around at number 3. Only 2 guys will be off the board if the top 2 picks are quarterbacks. Someone will be at number 3 for the Jets. It's possible.
Yeah.
But maybe not their first choice.
Well, I don't know. Do the Giants really need a quarterback if they're going to stick with Eli Manning? Do they need
He's too old. He can't. No, they can't. They've got to go quarterback because even if Eli Manning plays another season as the starter, it's over. Like that window's closing.
I disagree. He had no offensive line this year.
Oh my gosh! You probably wear those T-shirts that say "Old Guys Rule," don't you? Right? You guys know what I'm talking about.
How dare you? I got something in my eyeball.
You all right? You had your A game going the whole first hour.
I still do. Hey, with one eye, I still got my A game. Now, Eli Manning still has 3 good years. He was running around with his chicken with his head cut off this year, running for his dear life.
They were bad. I just don't know, if the Giants said, no, we don't need a quarterback, we're going to ride out Eli Manning for a couple other seasons. Because it sounds like the quarterback crop that's coming up is not that good. So this might be as good as it gets in terms of college quarterbacks entering the NFL draft for a while. This could be it.
Yeah, but do you go with the prototypical quarterback, the Rosen, Darnold, or do you go Mayfield, who's really kind of if you're the second pick? I would go Mayfield because you have Eli Manning. Eli Manning is a prototypical big arm. But the NFL is changing so much. I mean, they're not under center anymore. Everything is out of the option. Mayfield would be perfect as a backup role if you're going to change your offense, because you're going to have to change your offense if Manning's gone.
Yeah.
Why not go with the young athletic quarterback? That's what everybody wants. But everybody still goes back to that prototypical luck.
Drop back passer, big arm, big strong guy, not super mobile, but throw the ball 70 yards downfield.
And that's what Luck is a similar player that like Darnold. But I honestly I'm more of I like the athletic quarterback, and I think Baker Mayfield, even though he's undersized, has small hands like Carney.
I like Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen better than Josh Rosen. But my gut tells me Darnold and Rosen will go 1-2. but Baker Mayfield will be the better NFL quarterback. And Josh Allen, here's the thing with Josh Allen. He comes from Wyoming, which is a smaller school, right?
Does he fight bears or?
No, but he rides a horse and lassos, calf rope and does all that. I don't know if he does. But he comes from a smaller school, Wyoming. We saw Carson Wentz come out of South Dakota State, right?
Yes.
So I think based on the success that Carson Wentz had, all these NFL teams at least have to take into consideration, you know what? Okay, Josh Allen did not come from like an SEC school or a Big Ten school or the Pac-12, but look at what Carson Wentz did. Maybe that doesn't hold as much value as it maybe used to.
Well, here's my thought on Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz came in with a lot of confidence because he dominated at that level.
Yeah, he sure did.
And I think when you come in with that mindset and that confidence, look at Darnold. He was running all over the place. He led the Pac-12 in turnovers. I don't know if you guys know this. He led the Pac-12 in turnovers. He was like third in the nation in turnovers as the quarterback. But you have a guy that comes in, throws it, country mile, hasn't turned the ball over, been all world at Division I, AA or whatever it is. You come in with a mindset that you're better than everybody, and I think that holds credit. I think.
I like my quarterbacks cocky.
Yeah, I mean, I like my quarterbacks
confident,
a little bit dumb, but no, it's just I agree with you. I think Wentz came in to a system that was worked for him, and he was a very, very great college quarterback. Came in with a lot more confidence.
That's why I love the NFL draft. Let's just say the Giants go Josh Allen at number 2.
Not a bad.
That would be fine, but I could just see the Jets at that point scrambling like, oh man, we didn't think he was going to. Whoa, it's Baker Mayfield or Josh Rosen. Guys, we got 5 minutes. What are we going to do here?
Okay, then why did the Jets, my big question is, why did the Jets give up so much to trade up to 3? Why didn't they go all the way up to 1? They gave up almost everything.
The Jets have a guy in mind. They must know. They must know in the back of their mind who they want, and based on their conversations around the league, that guy's not going to be around at number 3. Maybe it is Josh Rosen.
Yeah, but I honestly think Rosen is going to go. Yeah, I hope it's not Rosen. I just don't. But still, if by some chance the Giants or the Browns go with Rosen, the Jets traded every piece they had to go up to 3. They're going to have to do more if they want to. You don't know who's going to be 3rd.
I heard a newspaper guy on one of the Fox Sports shows earlier today on Fox Sports IE, and he was saying that if all things being equal, Sam Darnold's probably going to be the number 1 pick. I think most people consider him the best. But then Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, and Baker Mayfield are all pretty on the same tier. They're pretty close, and there's Lamar Jackson. He said, if all things being equal, if you're like, well, Baker Mayfield and Josh Rosen, both got good qualities. Not sure who to pick. But Josh Rosen, he says, rubs people the wrong way. So if you got 2 quarterbacks who are, I don't want to say exactly the same, but maybe at the same level, wouldn't you pick the guy who, is easier to get along with? Maybe he does grab his crotch and yells at people. But Josh Rosen, for whatever, and this newspaper guy was kind of reiterating this, that
his own teammates didn't like him.
He just rubs people the wrong way. Like, people don't gravitate towards Josh Rosen as a leader. Now, listen, we're not in a UCLA locker room, so I don't know the guy. But this is based on reports of people who are around Josh Rosen.
Now, say the Jets. Let's just think about this. The Jets, who did they sign? They signed Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridge.
Didn't the Minnesota Vikings bank on him being a franchise quarterback?
Well, he
was,
injury? And then he destroyed his leg.
Well, he almost lost his leg.
Yeah, it was serious.
But the last time he was playing, was he not their franchise quarterback? If he is back and healthy, and maybe they see something, they go, hey, maybe Bridgewater's our guy. We're not even gonna go with the
maybe
quarterback.
They're gonna Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley. Why not go with the running back? That's a pretty good. If Bridgewater is exactly what everybody had said coming out of college, and is a small sample size before injury, why would you not? I mean, hey, Saquon right there, he's a stud.
Hey,
a stud.
I love my skill guys. I would not be surprised if the Browns got Sam Darnold at 1, and then Barkley was still around at number 4. I bet you the Giants and the Jets both go quarterbacks. That would mean the Browns could get both their guys. Because remember, there was some conversation that Saquon Barkley looked so good at the NFL Combine that he might have shot up to number 1 in the draft order. even if they don't take him at number 1, they could get Darnold at 1 because that's who everybody wants.
They could.
And then maybe circle back around at 4, and Barkley will still be there.
Barkley didn't run at Pro Day.
No, he didn't. No,
because
he didn't run
there
the ball.
were no running backs coaches.
That's true.
From the NFL.
That's true.
There were general managers. There were head coaches because, hey, I'm not going to. You saw me. I'm not going to wear shorts. I'm tired of wearing shorts and running the 40. Put me in pads. You've seen my videos. You've seen all my games. I'm not going to do it.
So forget it. All right, you want to hear from Sam Darnold?
I do want to hear.
Sam Darnold, this guy could be the number 1 pick in the upcoming NFL draft. He had his pro day today at USC. Here's Sam Darnold.
Around the rain, but you said no way. Let's do it in the rain if need be. Why was it important for you to just keep on the schedule and not avoid that?
Well, first of all, I don't think it would have been fair to change the schedule with all the guys training for the pro day. So I just wanted my guys to be comfortable, my teammates. So that was the first and foremost. But I also think it was a perfect opportunity to be able to throw in the rain and show these teams that I can throw in the rain. So I thought I did pretty well. Now it's just up to what they think. See who picks me.
As you know, football is played in all kinds of elements. I mean, going out there, does it just make you feel that much better the way you perform?
Yeah, but I think what you said in the beginning is perfect. I mean, it was just going out there and playing football. One of my first football experiences was playing mud football in the rain. So it was cool to come out here and throw one last time with the guys that I've been throwing with for 4 years now, and be able to throw in the rain, tough conditions, and still connect. It was awesome.
Dang, you know what? He sounds like a leader to me. I'm not even a USC football fan per se, but he sounds like a leader, like putting his teammates first. And then them saying, hey, you know what? It's raining pretty hard. We can delay the passing drills and whatnot. He's like, no, bring it on. He's a Trojan.
And I like him, but he's got a head like Easter Island. Look at, he's got a giant.
So what? He's got a big head.
He's got that forehead. Even though he's got a good amount of hair, he could have a billboard on that forehead.
Maybe he will.
He could.
That's advertising space.
The Sam Darnold billboard on the forehead. He's got a huge forehead.
Yeah, but he was great at Pro Day today in the rain, made the most of his opportunity, made his teammates look good, made him look good. I think if he wasn't already solidified as the number 1 overall pick, he did it today. He put his stamp on that top pick by the Cleveland Browns. Unless the Browns make a real Browns move and they don't pick him, which is always possible, but I think the rest of the world outside of Cleveland, we all know that Sam Darnold will be the number 1 pick, or deserves to be.
Agreed. They're not going to pick they could pick a center or a punter.
Would that be the number 1 overall pick
out of
Humboldt State? Wait, that's a D2, isn't that?
Out of Menlo College.
Hey,
he played soccer.
Menlo.
He never played football, but he could kick a soccer ball a country mile. Fred Eubanks. Yeah, Fred Eubanks.
Bobby Boucher.
Hey, but Darnold's not even going to be at the draft. He's been hanging out with his family, he said.
He's a San Clemente guy.
He said, I'm just going to hang out with my family. Probably hang out and go to dinner. He's not one of those guys. He's not a Hollywood guy. I like him. I love him.
I do like him.
Yeah, because he's an SC guy. I like SC football.
See, again, I don't have anything against SC, but I'm not an SC fan. What? But listening to this guy, seeing him compete, I know I got 3 of them in here. You guys are all giving me dirty looks.
What's wrong with you, man?
Jeez.
Dummy.
I like him though.
Do you like UCLA?
No, I don't.
You don't like UCLA football?
No.
I kind of like UCLA football, except for when they play at USC.
My college football team, if I was going to pick one, was Michigan. Really? I know. Yeah.
I saw them this year.
Yeah,
that was the coolest thing ever.
Yeah,
that was
the big house.
That was really fun. Everybody can kiss my butt. I went to a big game at the big house, tell me I'm not the coolest.
And you saw Marcus Baugh from JW North catch a touchdown for the Buckeyes.
I did, and I saw Jim Harbaugh on the sidelines spitting. I was that close. I could see him spitting. He was spitting on turf. That's against the rules.
In his pleated khakis.
He's a good-looking
Were you
dude.
excited?
I was pretty excited. I was thinking I could go down and beat him up because I'm tougher and bigger than Harbaugh.
You are.
I am.
Hey, when we come back here, more Pro Day talk, more NFL draft talk. We're going to have a live report from USC. It's the one and only, world famous.
What?
Intern Angel. He's
going
back.
to call in?
He's back.
He was in Canada.
He was?
Yeah, he was a boot time.
Oh, we got to get to the bottom of that. I don't know what's going on.
He was hanging out with the...
Maybe it's a CFL, Canadian Pro Day up there or something.
He was making snow angels, and I think he has blonde hair now.
He does?
He's weird. He's gone all Hollywood.
We got to get to the bottom of this. We also got to ask him about our guy, Vianney Talamaivalu, Centennial High School. He had his Pro Day at SC as well.
Okay, what is it again?
Vianney Talamaivalu.
Okay, the other day I was in a shower, and I was thinking of funny, hard names to say, and I kept trying to say... What is it?
Vianney Talamaivalu.
Talamaivalu.
It's called Big V.
Yeah, I had little Luke was looking at me in the shower going, what's Dad saying? That's not even English.
It's not even a real word.
No, he's Talamaivalu.
We'll be right back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
I don't like doors around here. They make...
Welcome back to the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Rain, sleet, 100-degree temperatures, doesn't matter. We're here, Jeff.
Always here.
Wow.
Always.
Is that the Doors?
I love
Is that
the Doors.
rain in the
Hey,
background?
do you like
Rain.
the Doors?
No, you want another true story?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So,
what, are the other ones fake or
No,
what? You want a true story?
Most of my stories are lies. So my soccer buddy, his name was Morgan
Riders on the storm.
Morgan Shelfeffer.
What, Morgan Shelfeffer?
Morgan
That's
Shelfeffer.
BS. You're making that up.
And he was playing the Doors at his house one day. We were hanging out. And I was like, what is this circus music?
Wow.
He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, dude, it sounds like music here at the circus. Doesn't it sound like circus music?
No.
Right?
Riders on
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know.
How dare you? He's the greatest. He's a rock star.
Who?
The guy, the lead singer of the Doors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a rock star. Look at him. He's always shirtless.
Listen,
walking around
I know
stinky.
I know people probably hate me for it, but I'm just not a music guy. Like I don't. I'm sure this guy's great. The Doors are probably great. They probably have
What did
lots
you
of lots
not
of
know
hits.
the other day? We were shocked. There was
You play songs all the time that I've never heard of.
Yeah, but there was one that there was an artist that used it. He had no clue. Greg, who was that? Do you remember? He'd never even heard of him. Embarrassment. You know what?
I don't know.
You know what? You're a lot like Seacrest, other than that he probably knows music.
Yeah, he does know music.
You're very metrosexual. You're very cute, and you're kind of,
I don't have a lot of style.
You don't.
No.
You dress like a 16-year-old boy.
I'm kind of slobby like that. Yeah.
But you're clean shaven. How come you've gone to the clean shave look? I'm going beard.
It'll come out a little bit. I had the IMG TV show on Monday.
Oh, TV guy. Oh,
big time.
TV guy.
You know who I am?
No, I can't say that I do.
Do you?
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
That's right.
Yes.
Really?
People know me.
A lot of people.
I'm very happy for you.
Pep Fernando's.
If you want, Jeff, we could even play some of that TV clip I dug up. Remember we were talking about Eric Musselman? If Nevada wins tomorrow, Eric Musselman, the head coach of Nevada,
He's going to be on our show.
He'll do the show Friday.
Unbelievable. Maybe he'll do it shirtless.
Maybe.
He's always shirtless. He's got a beautiful wife, though. Did you Google her?
I didn't.
I Googled all over that. I looked all over. She's pretty.
But I saw his daughter interviewed him. Did you see that
Yes,
video?
I did.
Yeah,
I actually saw it live. I was watching the games.
Oh, were you?
Yeah. I was laying on my back.
Oh, you were hurting. You couldn't move all weekend.
Yes, I watched all the games. I watched her. She was fantastic. Cute little girl. Wife, though, is really good looking. She's about a foot taller than Muss.
Yeah, he's a little guy.
Musclehead. He's a little
Muss, as they call him.
Yeah, Muss.
He's hanging out with John Ramey right now in Atlanta, the voice of the Nevada Wolfpack.
They've become like friends.
You didn't know Steely Dan.
You didn't know who Steely Dan was?
Steely Dan.
What's wrong with you?
No.
There's a few things.
Is that like folk music? Is that what
No,
you...
it's not folk music. It's yacht music.
Oh.
Come on, man. I'm going to get you the yacht CD. It's going around, man. It's going around.
It's going around. You make it sound like it's the flu virus.
Oh, no. It's a hot,
It's going around. Everyone's getting it.
It's a hot LP right off the press from Greg Holla.
Holla. Is this him?
Okay.
All right.
The door still. Buddy.
We got to talk more NFL. Drafts coming up. Everyone's having their pro days. Combines in the rearview mirror. Guys are getting set. All these mock drafts. Every single day there's a new mock draft. I have a hard time really getting into it. Do you watch them, Jeff? Like those, mock draft 2.0. Like, oh, we had our draft and now we updated it based on pro days.
That bores the absolute hell out of me. Yeah. I would never watch that. I've seen enough college football to know who I like. I like Baker Mayfield. I like Baker Mayfield more than I like Sam Darnold.
You do?
I love Baker Mayfield. I could watch him play. I could watch Johnny Manziel play football all the time. I hope he plays in this new Alliant American Football League.
Yeah, because you know what? The XFL is going to be the year after that one. So all these guys who might be on the fringe, like you said, Tim Tebow, I don't see that happening. But if he gave football another chance, I would love it. But like a guy like Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, this could be his a door opening to go back to football. And it's, again, next year. It's not the XFL's in 2 years. He can do this one next year.
I mean, there's guys that I really genuinely like. I like the guy at Cajon. Jaden Daniels is the guy I like to watch because he's a triple threat, man.
Yeah, he's a stud. Great athlete.
He can do everything. A guy can throw, pass, and block. He's a stud. I like Johnny Manziel because he played with a lot of heart. I don't care if he's a nut and crazy.
What would you do? The money sign? Like he was rubbing money together? Yeah,
because he was a wealthy guy to begin with, and he was like, I don't need you guys. Yeah, but what a fun guy to watch play football.
Yeah. Little jerky, but he was a fun guy.
No, so is Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
There's video of Baker Mayfield.
I kind of like my quarterbacks a little jerky.
You got to be. You got to be a little nuts. That's like basketball players. Great basketball players have always been a little bit cockier, a little jerky. All of them have. Kareem was a jerk. Magic, a jerk. Kobe.
Michael Jordan was. Kobe was.
They all had that.
Big jerk.
They all had that.
Right.
They had that chip. They all have that certain chip. Shaq has that chip. Still does. But all the great players. You look at the guys that never panned out. The Sam Bowies, the Ralph Sampsons. Great players, but they just didn't have. They weren't super great. They weren't awesome.
But they didn't have that mentality, right?
No, I still have that mentality. Every time I come into this place, I'm going to kick its ass.
Oh, I'm the best.
I'm going to fight it.
The best show ever.
You're darn right. And when I'm down, I'm feeling bad, my neck's sore.
You're like, I'm the best.
I go for it.
Do you tell yourself when you come in every day, like, I'm the best. I'm the best radio guy.
I do.
I'm the best. This is the best show.
I say this is the greatest radio product on the air. Nobody can master.
We're the best.
We are the best, Jerry. The best.
So the NFL Pro Days are going down. USC had theirs today in the rain. Despite the rain, and Sam Darnold threw great.
He threw the ball like 70 yards, 80 yards.
He was awesome. He was putting them on dimes. I mean, he looked awesome out there. Vianney Talamaival, again, the big offensive lineman out of Centennial High School in Corona. He was out there running around. He looks good. I'm hoping he gets drafted. And if he doesn't, a lot of these guys will be scooped up as undrafted free agents right when the draft ends. I mean, they hardly wait any time. Like, the draft ends, and then, boom, that afternoon or that next morning, like, guys are getting signed as undrafted free agents. I think he's going to land with an NFL team, even if he's not drafted, per se.
Now, here's my question. Maybe you can answer it after. I know we got our guy calling in, but we'll talk about this afterwards. I do have a question about the draft.
All right, right now let's go to the Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change Celebrity Hotline. He's a friend of the show. He's an OG. We go way back with this guy. It's world famous intern Angel. Angel, how are you today?
N-O-G. I think you mean the OG. Good to be back with you fellas, man.
Yeah, the OG. Like, he was here from the ground up. I mean, like, the building wasn't even built yet, and Angel was running around, just a little kid here in East Riv.
So what's happening? What's happening, Angel? I saw you're a globetrotter. Why were you in the Great White North this past week?
Dude, nothing more beautiful than our neighbors to the north, baby, Canada.
Hey, can you tell us all
most people go south of the border for spring break. I went the other way, man.
Hey, I want to hear all about it. Please tell me all about it, please.
Let me tell you a little bit, eh?
Yeah, now I saw some pictures of you. You were in the snow. You were doing snow angels, but for some reason there was
no pun intended.
Snow. I didn't even think of that. That's pretty good. Do you have blonde hair, or was it just the light off of the snow?
Did I look like I had blonde hair?
Yeah, one of your Instagram posts, I thought you had like yellow hair. I'm like, what's he putting sun in his hair for? Or was that just the glow from the snow?
I think I might have just gone Super Saiyan like they did in Dragon Ball Z. But, yeah, man. No, it was a great time up there. I love it, but there's nothing better than the red, white, and blue, baby.
That's right. Or what's the USC colors? What's that official, like, maroon color? Is it maroon, burgundy? What is that?
Hey, come on, Pep. It's cardinal and gold, baby.
I don't know. I'm not
what?
a USC
I mean,
guy.
seriously, Pep. It's always been cardinal and gold. Always.
Hey, so Angel, Cardinal and Gold Pro Day. How did our football guys look?
Yeah, well, I mean, all eyes. Everyone knows who those were on. They were on Sam Darnold. Really had a great day. I was out there. I saw him making some throws. Actually, really interesting how things developed. The rain starts coming pretty much as soon as Sam starts throwing. He gets about 60 throws in, and really, he could not have had a better day. Jimmy Haslam, the owner of the Cleveland Browns, was there in attendance, and he was actually sitting with Sam's parents, and allegedly they had dinner last night, so a lot of people are saying that Sam might have locked down that #1 pick spot last night.
That's what I say.
What a kiss ass.
No, Jaffy's the man. You got to know the parents. You got to know the whole
Come on.
The whole deal. So Angel,
Whatever.
Were you out there with an umbrella on or a poncho, or are you just roughing it?
I was roughing it, man. Come on, dude. Apple Weather told me it was a 10% chance of rain.
That's right, East Riv, man. You rolled the dice. You're like, I'm going out there. I don't need an umbrella. So Sam Darnold looked awesome. We're probably going to circle back and talk more about him in a second. But what about did you get your eyes on Vianney Talamaival at all? Was he out there?
Yeah, we saw Vianney Talamaival. Really, I wish nothing but the best of Vianney. He went out there, had a good day. A little bit limited on what he's doing, still coming back from the injury, but overall for him, I think teams are willing to take a chance on him. I really think that if he was healthy this year, he definitely would have been an All-American type of player for the Trojans.
Yeah, I was telling Jeff, I hope he gets drafted, but even if he doesn't, I know someone's going to scoop him up as an undrafted free agent after the NFL draft. I know he's going to be on some roster somewhere. He's too good, and his work ethic is second to none. So he's such a good dude. Was every single NFL team represented out there? Was it crazy, the kind of crowd that comes out there when USC has a pro day? Because there's so many NFL caliber players out there with the Cardinal in gold.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was pretty nuts out here. All 32 teams were there. Even Troy Aikman, which is a little strange, made his way over to campus today. He was here in attendance.
He's a UCLA guy.
Yeah, did they boo him?
I know.
Boo!
I could not believe it when I saw him, but someone let him in.
Somebody's all right, Troy Aikman, come on in, big time baller. Hey, so
it was good. You did normal faces, Keyshawn Johnson, Curtis Conway, and just some big time names coming around here. You know how it goes around here, Pep.
O.J. Simpson?
The juice, man.
Was the juice
here?
Back.
Was the juice there? No juice?
No juice.
That'd be a story.
No.
Oh, Angel, that you would have had the scoop on everybody if OJ was there.
Oh, he was hiding. he was wearing a mask.
Stop, Jeff. Jeff's awful. We're talking with world-famous intern Angel. He was at USC Pro Day today where the Trojans were running around in the rain. Sam Darnold looking good. He had a hat on, looking real quarterback-ish. So they get out there with no pads on. There's no one rushing them. You know, they get to air out the ball. But even despite that, the quarterbacks can actually help their stock, right, Angel? I mean, because, again, they're not feeling a blitz. There's no one trying to track them down. I don't think the receivers even covered, or the guys just running routes for him?
Receivers are just running routes out here. I mean, there are guys who actually haven't even been on the football roster who come out and work out pro day for the team. But you saw it with Saquon Barkley. I mean, the guy didn't even work out at his pro day. He says he's just ready to get pads on and show teams what he can do. But really, for Sam, I think especially with the top 5 picks in this year's draft being teams that could deal with tough climate, tough weather at some part in their season, I think it's good that Sam had his showing in the rain today. It might have been a little boost as far as his scouting report goes.
And Angel, too, what really struck me about him, because we listened to a little bit of his interview after his pro day, Sam Darnold sounds like a leader. They were talking about the fact that they were going to move his, the passing drills because it was raining. He said, no, I don't want to screw up everyone else's schedules because I don't know, it was going to affect his teammates and what they were doing. He's like, no, let's do it. This is the time. We're committed to this time. I'm going to do it out there in the rain because, once you get to the NFL.
You play in rain?
Yeah, it's not like, it's raining out there. We're not going to have our game. Especially if he goes to these East Coast cities like a Cleveland or a Giants or the Jets or whatnot. Dude, he sounds like a leader. Like, I want to pull for this guy. Like, I want to play for this guy.
Absolutely. And I don't know if you caught the interview they had with Clay Helton on NFL Network, but Clay Helton said he's the best one-on-one leader that he's ever met in his career. And I'll say, I mean, just covering the team that year that Sam led them to a Rose Bowl trophy, not the most vocal guy, not the biggest guy in the room, but certainly you can tell when he has a one-on-one encounter with a teammate, it really makes an impact.
Hey, I have a question for you. Since we're in the middle of March Madness, I knew
come on, man.
You covered the USC men's basketball team. I have been a huge supporter of them all season. You were around Coach Andy.
True?
Yeah, very much so. Have I not, Pep?
Yeah, didn't you pick them to win the Pac-12?
I picked him to win the Pac-12. I was very close. But you're around Enfield. You're around the guys as the beat reporter for the men's basketball. How the heck and what the heck is going on over there? They finished second behind Arizona. They finished second in the Pac-12 tournament, and they are shunned out of the tournament. What was the feeling like around that program? I saw the NIT home game. There was maybe, I wouldn't even say there was 100 people at that game. It didn't look like that. Did that hurt the program? Did it set it back a few years?
It's an absolute atrocity and robbery of this USC basketball program. I mean, these kids have really battled through so much tumultuous, just like problems off of the court. They battled through so much controversy, and to get duped by the NCAA like that. I mean, I've talked to Andy Enfield since, and I remember before the Pac-12 tournament started, Andy I call him Andy. We're on that first name basis.
Oh, okay.
You know, Andy asked me, "What do we need to do to get into the tournament?" As if I could give him the answer. I told him, "Coach, win a ball game and you're in." And I think that was the feeling, especially when the Trojans made it to the championship game. You felt they were in the tournament and they had a good shot against a tough Arizona team. But yeah, as far as what it does for the program, it really shoots some splinters into it. I mean, we have a great core coming back, but Jeff, you mentioned it. This really felt like it was going to be the year for USC basketball.
Yeah, it was. I was disappointed. I think that they said that the FBI probe had nothing to do with it. I disagree. I'm friends.
I do, yeah.
I am very good friends with the coach that got arrested. I don't want to. Very good friend of mine. Just a very weird situation. I hope it doesn't set back the USC basketball program years.
I mean, it's the highest ranked, highest RPI to never make an NCAA tournament. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love watching UMBC upset Virginia, but if you got UMBC in there, and if you're dang it, we almost had UC Riverside in there.
The Riv!
You gotta have USC in there.
Now here's my second part to that question. I know Andy Enfield was really sad, but how sad can he be? Do you know his wife? Do you know Amanda?
Amanda, yeah, dude. Amanda, that's a supermodel wife. You can't complain too much, right?
Unbelievable. Anybody that is listening right now, when you drive home and you think about Andy Enfield, I want you to look up, just type in Andy Enfield wife, Amanda Enfield. She is a beautiful woman. I don't think he gives a rat's butt if they didn't make the tournament because she is dynamite.
And I tell you what, man, back to the court. Thank you for that great insight, Jeff. Over the past 3 years, the USC basketball team has won a total of 71 games. This is the winningest 3-year stretch in program history, and it really disgusts me when I go around and I hear people saying, fire Enfield, because you look at where this program was 4 years ago, it was nowhere near the stature it currently is in. And I mean, NIT round 2 exit kind of hurts, but I think Andy Enfield has done a superb job here.
Angelito, you're the best, brother. We got to run, but let's do this again soon.
Absolutely. Primo.
Adios, amigo.
All right, I'll see you.
All right.
Mucho amor.
Mucho amor, mi amigo. Adios, Angel.
All right, bye-bye.
That's world famous. When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM, NFL, trade or no trade? Some guys, will they be traded before we get into the new season, including our own Sua Cravens? That's when we come back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
How you guys doing? I'm Coach Ray again. We're here at the Boost Performance Center with the one and only Pep Fernandez. So today's tip, I'm going to go over the shuttle run. So really, the shuttle run is a great drill to measure lateral speed, power, and change of direction. So we're going to go over that today, and it's a drill that can benefit really, again, any type of field sport, whether you're a basketball player, football, volleyball, soccer. You know, if you got to change directions, you got to be quick. Shuttle run's for you. Okay, so Jacob's going to demonstrate the shuttle run here. We're going to start off with the stance. So he's going to have his feet about hip width. Now, this is really important because a lot of times you get guys who will try to shift their stance. You got to split the line evenly, and you want to make sure your toes are forward. You want to make sure your feet are right underneath your hips, all right? So he's going to have his feet forward and underneath their hips. All right, now, when I say set, he's going to drop down very quickly. Whatever hand is down is the direction that you have to go. So he's going to go to his left first, so he's got to have his left hand down. Now, his right hand is going to be right here, all right? It's going to be right in front of his body. His elbow's going to be flexed. Hand's going to be right under his chin, all right? So when I say he's going to drop down really fast, all right, he's going to put his hand down, left hand down on top of the line, right hand underneath his chin. Ready? Set. All right, relax. All right, so that's the stance there. We don't want to hold the stance any longer than about 3 seconds, all right? So we want to be in and out, all right? Now, let's talk about the first touch. Once he leaves, all right, his first movement, that timer's going to start. He's going to give me a nice lateral run coming out. So he's not going to turn his head and turn his body to run. He's going to lateral run coming out, and then we make our first touch. He's going to do what's called a wedge cut. It's a double foot cut, and he's going to touch right outside of his feet here. So he's going to touch the line with his left hands. He's going to do a wedge cut, a double foot cut. He's going to have a nice angle at the shins. He's going to touch right outside of the foot. So now I'm heading back in the direction I want to go. All right, that angle is really important. So we're getting a nice wedge cut here, left hand touch. We'll wedge cut it here with the right, and then we'll sprint through for the finish. 5, 10, 5. Here we go. You ready, Jacob? So he's going to go on me. Set. Go. Take it back. Finish right in the middle. Good, right there. Now, typically, you want to finish with your head down. All right, you want to maintain that forward lean. There you have it. Shuttle run.
That's when people like us have got to forge ahead, Helen.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Well, Jeff just gave me a back rub.
I did.
Never thought I'd see the day.
Hey, I was rubbing.
There's circuses in town. Ringling Brothers. There's this Brothers Diaz or one of those.
You mean Circus Vargas?
No, there's all those little minor league ones.
That's what the Circus Vargas.
The one when I was up in Ridgecrest, they had a circus next to the gymnastics meet.
Pablo Brothers Circus.
Doesn't it sound like the circus?
No.
That's why I knew.
Greg knew what I was talking about.
He said it sounded like circus. It was this song.
Holla knew.
You guys don't know anything.
Knew.
Hey. The neck thing has been going around. Do you think it's maybe we have it's a viral neck infection?
What do you mean it's going around?
I have the same neck.
Wow.
And now you're walking around like seriously, like you have.
I'm
like
all
you're,
hunched
like
up.
Like your head is just fused to your shoulders.
Yeah, I'm hurting.
You're built like some of our friends.
Now I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, my friends.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
Joe?
No.
Andy?
No.
Oh, inside joke. High and tight.
Hey, speaking of Joe and Andy, where's our boy Cullen today?
He just sent me some great baseball video highlights of Servite against Santiago. So I'm getting those posted right. In the breaks, I'm editing video, getting it posted on the Inland Sports channel right now.
But in between the breaks is the best part of the show.
Yeah, well,
You've been missing out.
Tonight.
And he's on spring break.
What are you looking at on your laptop when you're not giving me a back rub?
I was checking out Andy Enfield's wife.
Oh.
Hey, was she incredible?
She's a supermodel. Is she a supermodel?
Yes. If you're on the cover of Maxim magazine, you are a supermodel.
Super.
Yeah, she is beautiful. I mean, seriously, Amanda Enfield. Wow. Incredible. But your neck thing, I had that neck thing earlier.
I'm all hunched
And then
up.
I came out of it, and right now I feel like I could hop, skip, and jump right now in the rain.
I will by tomorrow. I'll be back.
Think so. You went to a chiropractor today.
I did. It hurt.
I've never had anyone touch my back, ever. Were you cracked?
I had two guys touch my back today.
Whoa, how do you have two?
The great Dr. Tim Stein and Jeff Gorham.
That's right.
Two.
I thought they had four hands at one time. And I was like, wow, that sounds kind of weird, but kind of cool, too.
All at the same time.
Yeah.
Hey, NFL news. So, Ndamukong Suh, I know you really want him on the Rams, Jeff. He's supposed to visit the Raiders today. Reportedly, he's not going to visit the Raiders because he wants to be a Ram, he wants to be a Saint, or he wants to be a Titan.
Okay, where do you think he wants to play?
The Rams.
You're darn right.
Because the Rams are built to win now. You team him up with Aaron Donald. Yeah, Raider fan down here.
Hey, the Rams, I think, and the Chargers, my two favorite teams. Chargers were my favorite team before the Rams came back.
They were?
They were, always. The Rams,
I don't know. I might pick a new team, like maybe New England or...
No. Because they're Boston.
Are the Eagles good? I might go
No, I am a Charger fan. I'm a Rams fan first, Charger fan second. Always have been.
Yeah.
Always. When Georgia died, I became more of a Rams fan. Then they said, we're coming back. I'm like, I love the Rams again.
They're back.
I mean, come on. We had Frank Corral and, Roman Gabriel. I used to know Roman Gabriel as a little kid.
You did?
I did. Roman Gabriel had a sports center. Now it's the Canyon Crest Athletic Club. I know we're on a short thing here, so I'm telling you. Roman Gabriel, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, used to have a health club in Canyon Crest. And he used to be there. And I said... And Roman Gabriel, when I was a kid...
So he'd actually hang out at his own health club?
Of course. It was called Roman Gabriel's Health Spa.
Oh.
So my brother and I...
The Gorham boys.
We rode our Schwinns up.
Schwinn.
We had to walk our bikes up the hill by Canyon Crest because it was just too high of a hill. But going down, it was fun. But we got to meet Roman Gabriel, and he gave us autographs. We had football cards, and he signed it. Roman Gabriel. Part of the health club. It was great. And then they sold it, and we never saw Roman again.
Oh, he's gone.
Now he's just Roman.
Roman is Roman.
Roman is Roman. Yeah, Roman. Have you ever heard of Roman Gabriel?
Yes. No, I know. I've heard of him. Yes.
I'm sorry.
So Ndamukong Suh out there shopping around, going to land maybe with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, our good friend Sua Cravens.
He's your friend.
Formerly of Vista Marietta High School, formerly of USC. He's with the Washington Redskins, but the Denver Broncos really like him. They're trying to make a trade to bring Sua Cravens to Denver. Denver's made an offer, according to a TV station out there in Denver, the Mile High City, but the Redskins aren't taking the bait quite yet. So I think they're going to have to sweeten the deal because is Cravens good? Yeah, he is good. But the hesitation on the Broncos end is, okay, if we make a trade to get him over here, we know he's a great player.
Will he play?
Does he want to play?
And maybe the Mile High Air will help him.
Because what they in the TV report out of Denver, they said Sua Cravens last year was suffering from post-concussion syndrome, and then once he was cleared to play, he chose not to play. Almost kind of Kawhi Leonard-ish in a strange kind of way.
Very Leonard-ish.
You know what I mean?
Very much
very Leonard-ish.
Very Leonard.
So I don't know. The Broncos love Sua Cravens. They want to bring him in, but they don't want to give away too much, too high of a draft pick, because they just don't know
what you're getting.
Is Sua Cravens a great player? Is he physically probably ready to go? Probably, yeah. I'd say 99%, yeah. He's probably ready to get cracking.
Didn't you say he was the best high school player you'd seen out here?
He's probably top 3. There's 3 guys that come to mind right off the top of my head that were like the top 3 I've ever seen.
Okay, give me top 3.
Top 3 at the high school level.
High school.
Because I covered Derek Carr in high school.
Yeah, who cares about him?
I covered Cody Kessler in high school.
I don't care about him either.
Top 3 in no particular order. It was Sua Cravens.
Okay.
It was Ryan Matthews, who was the running back for the Chargers.
Okay.
And there's another guy. He actually was the point guard for the Santa Clara basketball team. His name was Brody Angley. Brody Angley was unbelievable.
Really?
For the Enterprise Hornets. Unbelievable. Those 3 guys, easily the best 3. But, I mean, Derek Carr, come on.
Ryan Knight.
He was a stud.
Ryan Knight.
He was the best one you've ever seen?
Toby Gerhart. And probably the little guy that from Reno Valley who was all world. I can't think of his name.
Superior Reed?
No, the
or
guy.
Red? What was the name?
No,
that was before me.
Yeah, the guy he's like second all time in the area for rushing.
Kenyon Barner?
No.
You saw him. You met him.
I met him. He had yellow shoes. I could barely talk to a guy with yellow shoes.
Think about it. Let's take a break.
Malesio. I saw that. That was crazy.
He can't be in your top 3 though.
For high school years.
Well, okay, that's true because we're talking about just your high school.
Okay, Ryan Knight was the best high school player I ever saw. Out of Rubidoux High School. Played at USC. Was a Heisman Trophy candidate until he got hurt. Great player.
And Toby Gerhart.
He's pretty good.
When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM, we will revisit the NCAA tournament. Fingers crossed, Nevada makes the Elite 8. Right, Greg? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got Loyola. No, he doesn't want that. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. 13:50 a.m. Final hour of the big broadcast brought to you by Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change, Kin Sporting Goods, Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass, and Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road. So tomorrow we are on for just a single hour. What? How will the Inland Empire get on without us?
NCAA basketball, that's what it is.
Yeah, they'll be just fine. They got March Madness, so they will all be excited. We're on from 3 to 4, and then at 4 o'clock, we're going to make way for the NCAA tournament. Now, that might be Nevada. Could that be Nevada? I think they got the first game of the day on Thursday.
Let me go to my handy-dandy notebook.
Because the NCAA tournament's got a couple sites. I think one is Staples Center, right, in Los Angeles.
Yes.
One is the ATL, Homaluda.
Yes.
And that's where John Ramey and the Nevada Wolfpack's at. And if they win, Old Muss, Eric Musselman, the head coach of the Nevada Wolfpack, will join us on the show Friday. That's what we've been told.
They are playing at, they got the late game. They're at 7:07.
Oh, they're the 7:07 Pacific? They're the late game?
Oh, it says 9:30. So maybe they're the 4:07. I can't tell you. They must be playing at 4:07. So, yeah, they'll be
That
right
might
on.
be the game here on 1350.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Yeah, they're playing at 4:07. And then at 9:37 is the second game between Kansas State and Kentucky. Juicy games.
Real juicy. Put on your Inland Sports bib and have a feast of hoops right after us, right here on Fox Sports IE. We're on at 3, and then basketball at 4. So, Jeff, looking at the NCAA tournament, we're in the Sweet 16. In the Elite 8, I got 7 of the 8 teams still alive. Virginia messed me up, but Virginia messed up a lot of people.
They
right?
did. They did. I don't know who I have left. All I know is I want Gonzaga because I think that was my dark horse. I want them to go
They were your dark
to
horse.
the
That's
Final
right.
Four. My South bracket is destroyed.
Yep.
Loyola Chicago came in. Nevada came in. Buffalo came in. And, Buffalo knocks off Arizona. Pac-12 looks miserable this year.
They were bad. There's no Pac-12.
They were all out in the first round. I mean, it's embarrassment.
And then you look at the, the Big 12, K-State. What were the other schools in there? West Virginia,
yes.
Kansas. Who am I missing? Texas A&M?
Texas A&M. Wow. You have Texas Tech. Does Texas Tech in that? Yeah, I think they're in that. So, yeah, I mean, that's a heck. I mean, that's
wait, who's the one that's not Big 12? Texas Tech, K-State, Kansas, West Virginia.
You got Purdue.
Purdue's Big
Ten. Big Ten, that's right. I always get those two goofy conferences confused.
But you look at some of those conferences that have done well, and the Pac-12 is missing.
Nowhere to be found. But the Mountain West is showing an appearance.
Nevada.
Hey, the ACC is still looking pretty strong.
Got Clemson and what?
Duke.
Carolina's out.
You have Syracuse.
I got a Syracuse jacket.
Hey, I will say this. Anybody that's going to watch the game. Your brother's a Syracuse guy, isn't he?
Yep.
Okay. Anybody that watches the game on the 23rd, which is a Friday, Duke-Syracuse will be the most boring basketball game you'll see all year.
But it's Duke and Syracuse.
I don't care. That's the one game I'm looking at, and I'm going, it'll be horrible. Anybody that's a Duke fan, they'll say, it'll be good. Greg's a big Duke fan.
That's my dark horse.
Dark horse,
watching
man.
two teams play zone defense in a college basketball game is going to be like watching a chess match. It'll be Gary Kasparov playing against Connor Gorham in some chess.
I think I got Duke. I got Duke in the Final Four.
Duke also, right?
I think my wife does have Duke. But not in the finals. I got Duke in the Final Four, but not in the championship game.
See, I think Villanova, West Virginia, I think Villanova's just playing too well. I think that'll be a blowout.
A blowout?
A blowout.
Against old Bobby Huggins?
Against old Bob. Hey,
have you seen him?
I saw Bobby Huggins. Okay, do you remember? I'm gonna pull this back here.
Let's do it. Pull it all the way back.
I have a good Bob Huggins story for you.
Because he looks awful. Have you seen him lately?
Oh, he
looks awful.
You remember when he was at Cincinnati, right?
That's when I remember him.
Okay.
Kenyon Martin, he had a really good Cincinnati team.
Do you remember he had a heart condition? Do you
yes.
remember that?
Yeah, I do.
And then he had heart surgery, and they said because he had been living really hard, drinking hard, playing hard.
Living hard.
Yes. Living on the edge. So we're at the Nike Clinic. Mark Gard, Justin Norman.
Where's this? What city?
Tim Hatch in Vegas. And Huggins is speaking. and he had just had heart surgery. And we were sitting around by the pool, and who comes down with a towel and a big zipper on his chest?
Old Bobby Huggins.
Old Bobby Huggins. Old Bobby Huggins didn't seem like he was slowing down at all. I mean, he had a big zipper on his chest, and he was drinking hard, playing hard.
Was he really?
We then, because, we were younger guys, we then go out 2:30 in the morning, 3 o'clock, walking around like you do in Vegas, walking the streets.
And there was
old Bobby Huggins gambling, still drinking 3 or 4 fingers deep, and I'm going, holy cow. We were all thinking the same thing. He just had heart surgery.
And he's out there.
And he's still alive
He's
right
out
now.
there.
So Bob Huggins, I'm sure he looks terrible. I don't think he's ever slowed down, but he had some issues.
I think he likes to eat, too.
He likes a lot of things. We saw a lot.
You saw a lot of things?
There were a lot of things that he liked, and it was a lot. Just put it that way.
He's a great coach, though.
Great coach, great. But, Bobby Knight was kind of that way. He was nuts. He didn't really take care of himself. A lot of coaches don't. That's one of the reasons I got out. It was taxing because I took games crazy. You saw me. I was a nut when I coached. I was always sweating. I always felt like my heart was going to explode like I do when I drink coffee. It's not for me anymore. I don't ever want to coach again unless I'm coaching Pee-wee basketball. I'm out. Yeah,
what song is this? Living on the Edge. Living on the Edge.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what. Kentucky is going to beat. They're going to end up beating Kansas State.
They'll beat Kansas State, but they're going to lose to Nevada.
I really hope so. I don't know if they will, just because Kentucky's deep. Nevada has 6 guys. That's all they play.
They only have 6 guys?
They only have 6 guys. The rest of they never play anyone else. He doesn't play, and they play man-to-man nonstop. He's going to have to maybe change. I think Kansas will beat Clemson, and then I believe that Duke will get past Syracuse.
Can you hand me that bracket right there? I don't have my bracket in front. I just want a blank bracket that I can peruse. Okay, Jeff. With all the teams that are still alive, not your Final Four that you originally picked, but of the teams still alive, who do you think would be in the Final Four as of right now before we go into the Sweet 16?
Let's reseed the final. Let's reseed out of this group. Ready?
Let's do it.
Villanova, number 1.
Okay.
I would have to say I'm still going to go because Mo Wagner has not played well. I'm going to go Michigan 2.
Michigan!
I'm going to go Duke 3. And I'm going to have to go Kentucky 4. That would be my Final Four if I had to reseed.
And what's your dark horse?
Who is your dark horse that made it to the Final Four?
Okay, my dark horse.
Duke?
No, I think out of that group, Kentucky would be the dark horse to win it.
Just because they're a 5 seed. But they're still Kentucky. That's the thing. They're still Kentucky.
And they are Kentucky, but they play 5 freshmen. That's in the tournament. Those freshmen really, they can play a bad game. There's these older Villanova. Villanova's so tough, and they're so deep. Michigan, they have 5 guys that can play. They're really not very deep, but they're older guys. They're not going to make too many mistakes. If your best player, Mo Wagner, doesn't score, you still have a chance to win. And we've seen it in 2 games. Wagner has not done anything for Michigan, and yet they're still in the Sweet 16.
I think I completely agree with you on your Final Four.
Or the Elite 8. You do?
I think so. Yeah, that South region is just an absolute mess. It was destroyed. It was torn apart and then put back together. I think as much as I love John Ramey, he and Luda are my favorite 2 musical artists.
Oh, that is
as much as I love Ramey,
you're weird.
I think Nevada beats Loyola. They get to the Elite 8, but they're going to lose to Kentucky.
I agree there. I think that, but I do think Gonzaga has a shot to beat Michigan because they do play very smart. They'll run the flex for an hour until they get an easy basket. Michigan, not very deep. If they get to that bench, Gonzaga has a shot.
It's funny. My real Final Four is Villanova, Michigan, Duke, and I had Virginia.
Yeah, so you got 3 of the 4 I would have picked.
If it pans out like this.
But like when you do brackets, you always try to do upsets because you want to try to get that. Because if you stay pat with the same guys, you don't.
But see, you know what? As much as we love the upsets and the Cinderella stories and the dark horses and the sleepers,
it's always the best teams.
The best teams, even like a Syracuse. Syracuse had a down season. They had to go to a play-in game just to get into it. but it's still Syracuse. Maybe they're not Syracuse like Carmelo Anthony Syracuse, but they're still Syracuse. You know what I mean? Like Kentucky. Kentucky's the 5 seed, but it's still Kentucky.
Do you remember? I remember. I'm not a big Carmelo guy, but I remember the Syracuse, Derek Coleman, Pearl Washington. Those guys were studs. Mike Hopkins out of Modern Day, who's now the head.
Wait, Derek Coleman?
Derek Coleman.
What was his nickname? It was
I don't know. Big Sleazy. I don't know. He was.
No. What was his? Oh man.
But like Mike Hopkins was on that team. He's now the head basketball coach at Washington, out of Modern Day High School. Great player. Played at Syracuse. Was a longtime assistant for Jim Boeheim. But yeah, he did have a funny nickname.
The big smooth was what? Sam Perkins.
Sam Perkins.
Derek.
Sam Perkins always looked like he was either drunk or high by the way he played. As a Laker, I just wanted to beat him up because he didn't look like he played real hard. He didn't. Remember he played for Seattle and he was just
yeah. He was like a 6'9" guy who played soft and just shot threes, right?
Yeah, and he's just I don't know. He was a good player though. Very good.
Yeah, I gotta find Derek Coleman. I can't believe I forgot this, but Derek Coleman. I'm pretty sure he had a nickname when he was at Syracuse.
Yeah, he was in the bleachers. Did you see him the other day? He has a bigger neck roll than I do. I'm losing my neck roll. That's my main reason for going on this diet.
You're gonna lose it?
Well, I'm gonna get the lifestyle lift. You know, where they get rid of the BJS.
What's that?
The big jowl syndrome.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna lift the big jowls, and then that thing on the back of my head where you can put mail on that slot in the back of my head. That's gonna be gone. I'm gonna be back to the big Jeezy.
Big Jeezy.
I'm gonna pose without my shirt just for you. I'm gonna get a 6-pack, and we're gonna put it on all the billboards, on the Inland Sports Show billboards. The big Jeezy shirtless and Pep Fernandez shirtless.
Oh, nice. We should have a whole calendar, monthly calendar.
You can put Greg in there.
Yeah.
Greg will be
and the interns.
Greg will be wearing a thong.
The whole gang.
That's it. And Cullen, he'll be wearing a suit with a fat tie.
Yeah, big dimples. Big knot, big dimples.
Who else would be in our calendar? You have Kono.
Maybe
he's a flat hat.
Some of our friends, some of our sports friends.
What about hats?
Yeah, Hatch.
Hatch would be in there.
Yeah, but he's like always.
Maybe Vinny Fazio with his glasses on.
And his bow tie.
And his bow tie.
Maybe Gizzle.
Gizzle? Yeah.
Gizzle Hazen.
Yeah.
With a leather jacket.
With a leather jacket. Gizzle Hazen. And then, of course, John Ramey.
John Ramey.
John Ramey could wear his cowboy boots and a guitar only. And he's got his little soul patch.
Yeah.
The soul patch. Who else? Coach Timmy Cook.
Oh, Tim Cook.
Yeah, but he looks like a baby. He looks like a baby.
He's got a baby face.
He's got a baby everything.
He does?
He's very pasty looking, you know. He's almost translucent. You know, look at him. He's so pale. He's from Oregon, as they say.
Oregon.
Hey, I think they finished like 7th in the country.
They did, like 6th, I think.
Did you see his player? Remember the little tiny guy?
Mark Eden. We saw him. We did the play-by-play.
He was the national player of the year.
The best in the country.
He had 41 in their last game.
He's that good.
Yeah, Timmy Cook in his pale skin. He's almost vampire.
His pale baby face.
We could put him he could be Mr. October. He could be a vampire. He wears short shorts and be a vampire. Who would be our December guy?
Think about it. We got to take a break.
I want to think
about it. I know you're thinking about it.
Angel. No, Angel would be May.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
All right, man. But look, between me and you, man.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase. We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the crossings. We have great financing, we have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for. We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Jeff is bringing his A game today.
I feel healthy. I don't feel jittery.
You're on fire.
My back feels better. And I'll tell you what, my brain is working on all cylinders today.
You're having one of those rare days when it all comes together.
You know, I haven't had one bad hour yet.
No.
One bad segment.
No. Solid gold.
Solid gold.
Jerry.
You know, this could win an award.
We might win lots of awards.
We could get a Marconi Award.
Yeah.
You know, we deserve something.
We deserve something. We sure do.
In the Inland Empire.
We sure do.
The Inland Empire, we deserve some sort of trophy.
Like the coolest guys ever award.
Why don't we get Rusty Bailey on the show? Why hasn't he given us Why hasn't he given us the key to the city?
That's a good question.
Besides, I'm thinking about moving back to Riverside just so I can run against him.
Oh, yeah.
I'd beat him. I would beat him like a stepchild.
You think so?
I know so. I know it. I feel it in my bones. I guarantee a victory. I'm going to get an exploratory committee, and we're gonna win this thing.
An exploratory committee.
Would you be my deputy mayor? We could do that during the day, and then come over here and do our show.
I'd be the deputy mayor.
That'd be great. You got to kiss babies.
Oh yeah.
You got to kiss dogs.
Kiss
I'm scared to death of dogs, though. So
Why?
Because I got.
Oh, I love dogs.
Greg Kuhn, Tobin Kuhn's dad's dog, bit my nose off when I was a kid.
That's right.
Yeah, I had to go to the doctor. It was like I could breathe, holding my nostrils shut.
Ugh.
I was bleeding everywhere.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was a bad time. It was a poodle, very small poodle.
A real little dog, fit in the palm of my hand. But
yeah. It was a tiny. It was like a toy dog.
Oh my gosh.
It bit me good.
Jeff,
don't put your face on him. Jeff, I said don't put your face near him. Ow! Son of a gun! You bit my nose off.
You little poodle.
You poodle! What's wrong with you? Ow! Okay, I'm sorry.
I'll be the dog guy then. I'm the dog guy.
You can be the dog guy.
We go knocking, on doors, walking around the neighborhoods. If there's a dog, I'll be the dog guy. I'll bring little snacks, little treats, give the dog a little treat, give him a hug.
You might have to hug old people too. I have I have an aversion to hugging really old people.
You do?
Yeah, because their loose skin bothers me.
Well, it's gonna be us someday.
No, I'm never.
You're never?
No, because when I
fight it off.
When my skin gets loose, I'm just gonna have somebody cut it all off. I'm gonna be tight. I'm gonna look like a real housewife. I'm gonna have fish lips.
Get lots of work done.
I'm gonna have fish lips. I'm
pull that skin back.
I'm gonna have that lifestyle lift. My jowls are gonna be gone.
You're gonna look good.
I'm telling you, I feel it. Yeah, I don't like hugging old people. Loose skin and that smell. The old person smell.
Yeah, there is a smell.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I'm sorry. I do like hugging you guys because, Dad, your skin's a little loose. Mom, still tight, pretty face. You look like you're about 35. Dad.
A little Slim Shady.
A little loose skin, but that's okay. He's been working out.
Hey, did you say you had breaking news about a Big West coach? It's getting some fire on Twitter right now. Social media, people are talking about this.
Looks like
because you brought it up.
I did.
You brought it up.
I brought it up. It looks like Utah State. Good job right now.
That's a great basketball school.
Great basketball school.
Logan, Utah.
Looks like that the head basketball coach at UC Davis.
The guy that beat UC Riverside 3 times?
What's his name?
Jim Les.
Jim Les.
Not more.
You know what?
Less.
I don't trust anybody that only has 3 letters in each name.
Oh, Jimles?
Yeah, I don't trust anybody. Would you?
No.
I couldn't give him but it would be easy. It would be cheap to have his card made though. Instead of like a funny long name, like Michael Krzyzewski.
Oh, that's gonna cost a lot of money.
If you pay by the letter, it could be short. But he's one of the names that's floating around, and there's a couple schools that might, there's rumors that there could be a couple other jobs in the Big West that are opening.
Well, he's on Twitter. I was just seeing if
Jim Les is on Twitter.
Yeah, he's on Twitter. I was seeing if he was posting anything about something new.
What do you think about it? He got him to the tournament.
They were the number 1 seed.
Number 1 seed.
They were the regular season champs. Got to the NIT. They lost to Utah, but that's okay.
Yeah, I mean he's done a very good job up there at Davis, to say the least. So
Utah State wants Jim Les, or Jim Les is going to Utah State for sure?
Not for sure. There's a guy named Rice.
But you're saying there's a chance.
Yes. There's Coach Rice, who was at UNLV. He was the head coach at UNLV, and an assistant coach at Utah and BYU is also in the running. I could see him getting the job, but I don't think it would be out of the realm for Jim Les, 3 letters, both names, to
Jimles,
to possibly land at Utah State, which would open up a spot.
Davis,
a good job.
It is a good job.
And I'll tell you what, the first guy I would hire if I was a Big West guy,
Justin Bell.
Justin Bell would be the first guy I would call if I was a Big West school.
But we want to keep Coach Bell in the Riv.
Coach Justin Bell, I hope, stays on staff here at UC Riverside for the simple fact of this reason. His wife is the associate head coach. He has great, deep roots here in Riverside. He can recruit Southern California. He is likable on all fronts. The guys love him. They played for him. I hope Coach Patrick, is that his name, Patrick?
Yeah, David Patrick.
He's got 2 first names.
Good night,
ask him about that.
Yeah, David Patrick.
I hope that he sees the light at UC Riverside's had this year, and his name is Justin Bell. I think Brian Weathers is another guy that would be great to keep on staff because he was a great DOBO, director of basketball operations.
Oh, yeah.
And a great high school coach here in Riverside.
Great player.
Riverside. Great player. He has roots in Australia, got roots all over the world, up in the Bay Area. He'd be a great hire, I think.
We'll keep tabs on that. And there are things afoot with Coach David Patrick behind the scenes, and we'll let you know them as soon as we can make those public as well.
Yes.
Things going down at UCR. Quick local baseball update as we're going to wrap up this segment. CBU baseball taking on Point Loma right now. In fact, they're already 31 minutes into this thing.
Are they back from Hawaii?
They're back from Hawaii. They're kind of spreading out this series against Point Loma because the big storm of 2018 is coming into the Riv. So they're going to play today. They're going to take Thursday off, and they're going to play Friday and Saturday. So, Jeff, you're going to find us a score?
I'm doing it right now.
They're probably in the second inning, if I was going to guess. CBU taking on Point Loma. They're going to play Friday at 6, a doubleheader on Saturday. What's interesting about this one, Jeff, is the starting pitcher for CBU, Justin Montgomery, is a Norco High School guy. The starting pitcher for Point Loma is Garrett Irvin. He's also a Norco High School guy.
What?
And Justin Montgomery's little brother, Tyler Montgomery, pitching for Norco against King High School today. Norco baseball all over the place, including head-to-head in this CBU Point Loma matchup.
Well, we do have a score.
We got an update from Topman Stadium.
Did you know they have video there at CBU?
They do?
They're down right now.
Uh-oh.
1-0.
Don't say it.
Top of the third. No, let's see here. Is it top third?
Top of the morning to you, Jeff.
Bottom third.
Bottom of the third.
Bottom of the third.
Be a 3.
1-0, as they say in soccer. 1 hit apiece for Point Loma and California Baptist. Let me see here. I don't care who scored for them because
you don't?
I don't give a rat's butt. I don't. Okay.
We'll keep updates on CBU and Point Loma baseball. UCR, they got finals this week. Everyone's taking it off, just hitting the books, getting straight A's. UCR playing on the road at Fresno State next Tuesday as the Highlanders get back on the diamond. When we come back on the Inland Sports Show, how about a Lakers and a Clippers update, Jeff? They're both on the court right now, hooping it up on the East Coast. And the Raiders bringing back beast mode. We got those details as well. He's coming back. He's back.
I don't like him either.
Back. We're back on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
How you guys doing? Ray Bass here. We're here at Corona High with the Corona High football program with the one and only Pep Fernandez. Today's boost training tip, it's all about top end speed. We're talking about the ankling drill. Come check it out. This particular drill is great at teaching us to get our feet off the ground as quickly as possible. All right, so what we're gonna do is Gab is gonna start with his feet underneath his hips. His toes are gonna be pointing forward. And the goal here is to get as many hits against the ground as possible. He's gonna do a fast high knee. He's gonna have his toes pointed up and get as many hits as he can in a short amount of time. Here we go. So we're gonna go about 5 yards here. Here we go, ready, set, go. Fast down, toes up, toes up, toes up, toes up, toes up. Now typically when we get over the opposite knee, I like to say fast down just so we don't get robotic with it, but there you have it right there, the ankling drill. Great for top end speed.
And Jeff Gorham.
Do the Humpty Hump.
Is that your song?
Hey, Tupac was in this group.
He's from underground.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes.
Is that true, Greg? I don't trust I don't.
Hey guys, you know I do mess with you a little bit about the hip hop stuff, right? The rap game.
What do you mean the rap game? What do you mean? Hey, what do you mean the rap game, Jeff?
Yeah, I know a lot more.
I know you pride yourself on being a smart guy. You've said that before.
I pride myself on being a really smart guy, and I can tell you right now, I know a lot more about rap than you think. The reason I don't like the rap guys now, have you seen them? They put like blue rubber bands in their face.
Yeah, they're weird.
They're not
they're
like
weirdos.
I'm sorry, man. I'm an old school brother at heart. Anybody that knows me, you've seen me around my East Side friends. My guys, my JW North fellas, the guys I hang with, the guys I talk to, they would not listen to that. They might listen to the music now, but there's no way in heck they would take their style. The rappers,
Nonsense.
They have like tattoos on their face.
Yeah.
None of my friends would wear grills. That's just not right.
So you see like a rave or something, right?
Yeah, man, they dress all dumb. Man, they don't know how to dress.
They don't know how to dress.
They're named after pills?
They're just got
What's
dumb
some of their
names.
wacky names?
Young Jeezy.
That's your name.
No, you just go on to TMZ. Anything on TMZ.
I don't get my sports news on TMZ, Jeff.
And that's
I'm sorry.
that's why you're not on your A game.
Apologies.
That's why you're not in your A game today.
Apologies.
But there's always these weird Meek Mill.
Meek Mill.
He might be a good. I don't know. They're just
Is he
such.
good, Greg? Your boy Meek.
Okay, here we go. Jacquees. There's one right there.
Jacquees Rogers, running back, Atlanta Falcons.
No, he was busted on South Beach. Told cops, "Don't touch me." I mean,
Can't touch this.
You can't touch this. Then we got to talk about that guy. Here's one. Rich the Kid. Have you ever heard of that guy? You have.
Yeah.
Greg's heard of him.
He's a real
They
guy.
have like they have like rubber bands in their head. Here's one for you. Extensacion. XXTENTACION.
Who's that guy?
I know. He says, "Can I get off house arrest, Judge? I got a tour to stay afloat." He has a tattoo. He has tattoos all over his face. Why would you hire a guy like that? Ever? And these guys aren't real rap game guys. The real rap games I know, they would have I was deep in the game for a long time.
So who's a real OG? Who's a real rap artist in your book?
In my book?
In your book, in the Jeff Gorham book.
I'm not a Snoop Dogg fan at all.
Dr. Dre?
Dr. Dre, no, because he dressed up like a woman before he was a hardcore rapper. Run DMC.
Run DMC.
Run DMC.
Eminem?
No. He's okay, but no. The Furious Five, Tupac, Biggie. Those guys are real rappers. What?
Who's the Furious? Is that a real thing, Greg?
Oh, baby. Grandmaster Flash and Furious Five. What are you talking about? How do you not know this?
You didn't know Joe Diffie.
I don't know Joe Diffie.
How do you not know Joe Diffie?
I just don't. And Ice-T.
Okay.
Ice Cube.
Okay. Sir Mix-a-Lot?
No. That's Dirty South.
That's Dirty South?
That's Dirty South.
Bubba Sparks.
Yeah, no, he's a ding dong.
Lil Jon.
No, Lil Jon. Okay, what? Okay. What? Yeah, I kind of like him. He's kind of, but no, I mean
he's kind of goofy.
Yeah, but I like the tough guys. Guys, if you saw them and they were walking on the sidewalk and they were walking towards you.
You're like, oh man.
No, you just walk across the street and go on the other sidewalk.
Yeah, you don't want to be.
Yeah, that's real rap game to me. If I saw a guy with blue rubber bands in his head and
tattoos all over his face.
Tattoo all over his face, and he's wearing like Gucci clothes, and he's dating a Kardashian, I'm not going to be too scared to walk on the same sidewalk with him.
No.
I want my rap game to be real.
Real, man.
Real. I want an East Coast, West Coast battle. Yeah. I'm sorry. Hey, we're really closing out a really good show.
We are. You're on fire today.
I'm still awake.
Furious 5 right here. Grandmaster Flash.
I've heard this song.
Don't touch me, cause I'm close to the edge.
I've heard this song.
I'm trying not to lose my head.
Oh, you are strong in the rap game, Jeff.
And then I like old school like R&B.
Like
Guy, Teddy Riley, Levert, LSG. You know who LSG is?
No.
Yeah, Johnny Gill. Levert, Keith Sweat, Johnny Gill.
Oh, Keith Sweat?
Keith Sweat, man. All the ladies.
I remember heard of him. I heard of him.
You don't remember Guy, Teddy Riley?
Teddy Riley?
Oh, come on, man.
No.
The biggest producer of all time.
Teddy Riley?
Teddy Riley.
No.
Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about, don't you, Greg?
Playing it right now. Let's chill.
He was married. Let's chill. Let's wait a while. Pebbles. Do you remember Pebbles?
You're just making people.
No. Oh, you're crazy. Oh no, Pebbles.
From
Pebbles.
Flintstones.
No. Hey, who's that girl group? TLC. She was the producer of TLC.
Oh, I remember TLC.
There's Pebbles right here. I had the biggest crush on
How does
Pebbles.
Greg have all these songs?
Greg and I are simpatico. He is my. You remember this song?
No.
Dude, this is great music. Great video.
Was it?
Oh, unbelievable. Man, you really missed out on some good music.
I did.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was busy watching sports like a man.
No, I watch sports. Man, I was hanging out in locker rooms listening to this. Little Keith Sweat, little Guy, Teddy
little
Riley.
short shorts.
Maybe. Yeah. I'm sorry. Let's go back. It's been a great show. I want to thank you, Pep, for it was just a beautiful show. Your neck hurts. That's how I felt the other day.
Oh, yeah.
You got your Bakersfield Jam sweatshirt on.
Battle. Ugh.
I do like your sweatshirt, though. See, that's rap. That is Run DMC. That's Run DMC.
This is rap.
That's Run DMC. That is rap. If you had a Kangol hat to go with that jacket, yeah, that's LL Cool J.
Strong in the rap game.
Oh, yeah, you got it right. That's a nice sweatshirt. I'd wear that right now.
Strong in the
Be
rap
really
game.
small on me, but I'd wear it.
Squeeze into it.
I love it.
A couple NFL NBA notes. So the Raiders are bringing back beast mode, Marshawn Lynch.
Why?
I don't know. I guess they think he's still got a little fuel in the tank. He did come on strong at the end of last year. It took a couple games to get his legs underneath him, but they're bringing back beast mode. He restructured his contract, so they're all going to be happy. But they brought in the, what's his name, the little super hamster guy, Doug Martin from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Why would
what do
they
they call
bring
him? Muscle, hamster muscle? Or
I don't know about that one. But beast mode, do you remember last year? Didn't he get
that
suspended
hurt.
for a couple games?
Did he? I don't know.
Yeah, remember? And he practiced with his high school team and got in trouble?
Oh, that's right. And they were trying to actually like tackle him.
Yes.
Like full-on tackle beast mode in high school.
They were in pads. You can't do that. That's like a dad going out and going, I'm going to practice with pads with my son's high school team. You have a premier running back, a fullback, who's they call beast mode, running through high school guys. They got in big trouble.
Did they?
They did. He's got a great restaurant, though, in Oakland. Great restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Doug Martin, they call him the muscle hamster.
That's what his nickname is?
Yeah, that's his nickname.
That might be the worst ever. I'm going to rub your back.
No, you better not touch me.
I'm going to adjust you. I'm in a good mood.
You're going to crack my neck?
I feel good.
Oh, I'm hurting. Yeah, so Beast Mode's coming back. They do have muscle hamster Doug Martin. I know, I can't say this with a straight face. Coming over from the Tampa Bay Bucks. But Beast Mode is back. If you're a Marshawn Lynch fan, he's back with the silver and black, restructuring his contract. He's going to get $4.5 million guaranteed. So a nice little payday for him.
I don't think he's going to stick with him.
Yeah.
I think Gruden will get rid of him. Gruden's not going to put up with him.
I'm not a big fan.
Nor am I.
He had that one epic run for the Seattle Seahawks, but outside of that, I think he's kind of jerky.
Yeah.
And NBA news. So the Clippers they're beating Milwaukee right now, right?
They're beating the Bucks. Yeah, they're actually winning 53-40 with 6:02 in the second. Would you like some stats?
Well, yeah. Well, I know why they're beating the Bucks, because Milwaukee's only played our guy Tony Snell only 5 minutes. What's up with that? Don't you want to win?
Hey, they have that guy, the Greek freak. Can you pronounce his last name?
Giannis Antetokounmpo or something like that.
That's pretty impressive.
I don't know. Something like
I said yesterday, you have.
I don't know. Vianney Talamavao, Lokeni Toiloa.
Hey,
What was the guy from Perfect Strangers? What was his name?
Balky Bartakamus.
Yes.
Oh, Thundercats.
Hey, the Bucks though, they have a pretty good team. They got Eric Bledsoe. He hasn't scored tonight, but I mean,
Middleton. They're all right. In the East, yeah, they're fine. In the East, they're fine.
Yeah, in the West, they wouldn't be so hot.
No.
Did you hear? Oh, I know I wanted to tell you. Did you see the Honey Badger said that he would average 20 points playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers?
No. Tyrann Mathieu?
There is video. We need to get that sound.
Football player, Tyrann Mathieu.
The football player said that when Kyrie Irving left, you got to find that. It's on YouTube. He says that he would drop 20 a night playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He said it today. I was like, you got to be kidding me. You're looking it up, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. He honestly said he could drop 20 a night playing for Cleveland and that he was a superb NBA basketball player.
I'm going to try to find it.
Yeah, it's really good.
And the Lakers, I could have swore on the schedule it looked like they were playing New Orleans tonight. It's actually tomorrow night. I guess it's one of those deals like when they moved to the country of Lithuania. I was pretty sure it was in the middle of Europe. It's not. It's up by Scandinavia.
Yeah.
One of those deals.
Yeah.
So Pelicans, Lakers tomorrow night. Clippers beating Milwaukee right now in Milwaukee. When we come back on the Inland Sports Show, we're going to wrap things up. Jeff is batting 1,000%. He has not missed a bucket from the floor.
It's the best game I've played.
It's been your best game. A complete effort today from Jeff Gorham. We'll be back. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
Some of us will never ever find true love.
We're a small family-owned, strive for quality pre-owned vehicles. We're not a volume dealer, and we take every deal as personal to us.
And that lady with the sideburns.
basically everybody will pay the most. We're a low-stress environment. We're not a pressure sales house. If you want to shop us, you're more than welcome to shop us. We have, like I said, great rates, competitive financing, a lot of one-owner, clean Carfax, clean title vehicles. As you see, we have Carfax everywhere. That's most important to us, to educate our customers before they make a purchase.
First, I need to track down a magenta ink cartridge so I can print today's specials. Living the dream.
Staples thinks it's time to rethink your ink.
We're right off of Ontario, right off a couple exits off the 15 freeway, off Cajalco, off El Cerrito, and we're right on the main drag going into Dos Logos and the Crossings.
Visit Staples today and keep your ink stocked and your business moving. Valid 3/11 to 3/24. See store or staples.com for details. Restrictions may apply.
We have great financing. We have great lenders that we're using. We do buy, sell, trade, cash for your car. Whatever we need to do to help accommodate the customer, that's what we're here for.
Thank you very much, and thanks for tuning in, everyone. Coachella is quickly approaching. It starts on April 13th, and we know the rumors.
We have a little bit of everything. We start at about $69.95 and go all the way up to $100,000. We have Escalades, we have commuters, we have pickup trucks, we have Jeeps, sport utilities, and if we don't have it, our specialty is finding you exactly what you're looking for.
Download the Zip app in your favorite app store by searching Zip Pull USA or go to zippullusa.com and download it for free. It's 100% anonymous and fun to vote.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
Something to Raging Cajun. But what many of you may not know is that I'm also a proud Marine veteran and a brother of an Army veteran who served in Vietnam. My military experience played a big part in shaping my future. This is why I honor and respect all men and women who have served and sacrificed for our country, especially those now living with catastrophic injuries. This is also why I'm proud to support the Paralyzed Veterans of America, who for more than 70 years has advocated on behalf of our nation's veterans, from the greatest generation to the latest generation who served in Iraq and Afghanistan, to make sure veterans with spinal cord injuries receive the quality health care, benefits, and rehabilitation programs they desperately need and rightly deserve. Join me in helping our injured veterans. Thank you.
Paralyzed Veterans of America, changing lives, building futures. To learn more, visit pva.org. A public service message from Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Wake up with the Dan Patrick Show weekdays at 6 on Fox Sports IE 1350.
You come into us one time believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
But Milwaukee has certainly had its share of visitors. The French missionaries and explorers were coming here as early as the late 1600s to trade with the Native Americans.
In fact, isn't Milwaukee an Indian name?
Yes, Pete, it is. Actually, it's pronounced Miliwake, which is Algonquin for the good land.
I was not aware of that.
I think one of the most interesting aspects of Milwaukee is the fact that it's the only major American city to have ever elected 3 socialist mayors.
Does this guy know how to party or what?
We're back to the Inland Sports Show. Here are your hosts, Pep Fernandez and Jeff Gorham.
Oh, that's a real party. Speaking of Milwaukee, the Clippers still beating the Bucks 59-52 right now in Milwaukee. Hey, tomorrow on the show, not too far from Milwaukee in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Kenny Clark, Green Bay Packers star, will join us live on the Inland Sports Show tomorrow.
He's going to be on. Is he going to come in?
Probably. He's probably going to call. He's got something going on today. So,
well, man, see if he'll come in. I like standing next to that guy.
He's a big man.
I want to arm wrestle him. See if he can break the.
He'll hurt you.
Yeah, he would hurt me.
He might have to scoop you up off the ground.
I love that guy.
He's one of the best. So, Green Bay Packers star Kenny Clark out of Carter High School will join us live on the Inland Sports Show tomorrow. Again, we're just an hour long, 3 to 4 p.m. tomorrow right here on Fox Sports IE. So it's going to be a good show tomorrow. It's a good show today, Jeff. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Best game of the year.
You know what I'm going to do right now? Just tell me what I'm doing.
Tip of the cap to everybody out there.
Just give a tip of the cap.
It's like you hit a home run, you went into the dugout, and you came back out and you tipped your helmet to the rest of the crowd.
I didn't bat flip. I didn't do anything.
No showboating for Jeff.
I just, it was a good game. I felt really loose.
Act like you've been there.
I was loose coming in today. I was loose. I came in focused. And
you know what you did differently?
What?
You had a Mountain Dew.
I did. Why did you say that out loud?
Why?
Because Smedberg might be listening.
Hey.
Oh, she won't be listening this late.
Hey, what?
Hey!
Why don't you take another drink of that Mountain Dew, Jeff? Real quick. Hold on.
It's an empty can. You know what? It's just an empty cup.
It's all brought to you by our good friends at Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. You'll be spoiled by great customer service and low prices. Get over there, get your oil change, and get new wiper blades. We love you, Bill Navigado. Also, Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire, bringing you all of your sporting gear needs. And they also do Letterman's jackets. I know everyone goes out there and takes their senior pictures and they want to look all cool. Make sure you got a sweet-looking Letterman's jacket to go with it. They'll bling it out, too, at Ken Sporting Goods. They also got helmets, bats, mitts, cups, cleats, you name it. Ken Sporting Goods.
Rosin bags.
Rosin bags. Might have to work on that one. Boost Performance Training with Coach Ray Bass. Ask for him by name, Ray Bass. Follow them on Instagram. Follow them on Twitter. Check out the strength and speed class. The first one is always free. I bet you're going to see good results. Just say Jeff Gorham at the door. And finally, Catalano Motors in Corona off of Temescal Canyon Road, where you can buy, trade, and finance. You can do it all at Catalano Motors. No pressure, and they will meet and exceed your expectations when buying a car or truck or a minivan. Whatever you might need, Jeff. Tomorrow, Kenny Clark from the Green Bay Packers. Right back here, 3 o'clock. We're live with the one and only Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM.
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Inland Empire sports fans turn to the Inland Sports Show.
So you talk to the radio?
On Fox Sports IE 1350 for breaking news, exclusive interviews, and big-name guests in the IE.